Yeah,
it was a garage.
It was a garage or some kind of like gas station
Some
or
kind
something.
of automobile shit.
No, they can't hear us right now. Now they can. Fuck.
Hello, everybody.
Says you can rent the place.
Yeah.
Cool. So we need to do that. I was thinking maybe like in May, end of May,
End of May, huh?
because the weather will be breaking, should be good then. Fuck, my phone is almost dead. I thought, is it dead? Oh yeah, plug it in there, that would work. $250, huh? And is there room? Well, we'll have to take a look at it for for tables, for people to put up tables.
I think they already have everything set up.
Yeah, it's already, there's like sitting area.
Maybe the outdoor, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. If it's good weather, you could have a couple of guys outdoors, 2 or 3 tents.
Oh, party started. Vladimir Todd has arrived.
Really?
Holla party people. I guess he just said it right
They
there.
got life-size Connect 4 game up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a
Pac-Man,
fucking.
Galaga.
It's like a brew spot.
Yeah.
But for fucking weed.
4,000 square feet. Back patio.
Oh man.
Does it say how much money we need to rent it?
That's what I'm looking for.
They do not put that on the website.
Why wouldn't they?
Because if you
Probably based on.
because
They
if
have to
you're
have
in
a
Hazel,
base-
no, because if you're in Hazel Park and you get an application for someone
Get
with
down,
a
get
fucking
down.
last name that's like I don't know, some fucking weird ethnic last name, the chances are you're probably going to charge them $200 more.
Oh, that's not
What you
cool.
mean?
That's
But
not
that's-
cool.
You don't think that happens?
No.
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen, but it's been proven
I don't
it
even
happens.
Look at people's name.
No, again,
You
it's
just
been
charge
proven.
them what the rate is.
I mean, hey, I can't say nothing.
Not putting the rate on there tells me that they're a company that might not do that. Because again, there are companies out there that rent houses and stuff that have been busted. Where literally the
of
white
course.
lady walked in was like,
Yes.
"You literally just gave me this for $200 cheaper than her," and she
Right.
came in. She has more fucking credit than I do.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't tell me it
Yeah,
doesn't
you have to
happen.
leave them a message and they'll get back to you with the price.
Oh my goodness, Uncle Dean's on a bike.
Dean, bicycle machine.
Fucking what is that?
We have to do what now when we get ready?
Queen.
You just send them an email and they'll send you your price.
Queen.
Queen.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Smell that.
I forgot about that one. By Queen.
Oh, weird. Smell like fresh.
Is it jet fuel?
Ugh.
I can
No,
smell it
it's
over
not
here.
really different.
I can smell it over here.
I don't know, it smells crazy.
Oh yeah, that's distinctive smell.
I got one rolled. You want to smoke this one?
Sure, go ahead.
What is it?
What?
One of those new hype strains you grew?
No, it's called jet fuel. I don't know. It's a clone I got off somebody.
Jet fuel?
Okay, so within
Is it any good?
That's not bad.
about 45 minutes ago, within 20 minutes, I had 2 outdoor growers pop up at my house.
Why?
They need shit trimmed.
They're both telling me, they both told me, they don't know each other. It's just weird that they popped up within 15 minutes of each other. But they're both telling me, be ready in 3 weeks. One guy's got 18 plants, the other guy's got 37 plants. They want me to trim
It ain't
some
gonna
of
be
them.
done in 3 weeks. Shit, it don't finish until like October.
Unless, well, they might have
Like
that.
that.
No, he started them inside,
Yeah,
It
you're
don't
right.
matter,
That,
so.
and they moved them out. Well, he did the same thing last year.
Yeah.
If you like that, then yeah.
He did the same thing last
If I had
year.
a garage, I would. If I had a garage sitting right there, I'd literally just push them in and out all fucking.
Have them on wheels.
Yeah.
Fucking.
In fact, he showed me pictures of them. They're about that tall. In 3 weeks, they'll be, because they're about that tall.
Yeah, they ain't getting no taller outside right now. They're just budding out.
Right. But last year, those plants were like about 11 feet tall.
Yeah, some of my people got like 8-footers out there from the shit I give them.
And he lives in Oak Park. He has no fence up. You can see the plants right there.
You must know everyone in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The neighbors don't fuck with them.
In fact, he said he had a couple of the police guys over there for a barbecue, and they didn't say shit.
Oak Park was not the friendliest.
They probably didn't realize it was even weed, man.
Well, you can have
Somebody
12
plant-
plants anyway.
Yeah, legally.
Yeah, you can have 12 plants anyway.
They still have to be kind of locked up.
Gotta
It
get
depends on the
view
city.
of neighbors. And
Yeah,
all
it
this other
depends on the
shit.
city ordinances.
These were locked up, and they weren't.
Because like in Warren, if any smell
And if you
happens,
knew what
they-
weed looked like, you
they
could
fuck with
you could look and see it because it was so tall.
But still, they can't even do shit but take them.
True.
And if he had
It's
them
not
over
even
there,
a
that
fine.
means they're his friends.
Yeah,
So they know they're there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
no one cares.
Like a
Neighbors
random
don't care.
cop showed up. That's a funny story.
I had big ass in my backyard, and like my neighbor right behind my fence. You know, there's no privacy fence or nothing. So you could see the fucking big ass male, and I had another one over here in a pot.
Yeah.
They don't care, man.
And the other guy, he has a place off the Telegraph in 8 Mile, and he put up an 11-foot wooden fence all the way around his property. It's 11. You can't see, and it's not a fence that you can look through and see. And that's where he grows all of his plants.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd be worried about people stealing them, not the cops.
You worry about people doing what?
Stealing them, not the cops.
Yeah, well, I
Just
mean, you know, if
regular
you
people,
climb an 11
teenagers
foot,
and
if
shit.
you can climb an 11-foot fence
I got a ladder.
and
I'd throw that fence.
and carry plants with you
Throw 'em
back
back
over the other
over, yeah.
side,
Yeah, you'd have to throw a ladder over.
yeah,
to
you're
get back
a
out.
good guy. And he's got a couple of.
Well, not the 11-foot.
I think he's got-
He's
He's got 2 bullies.
Oak Park, dude.
He's got 2 bullies.
Yeah, bulldogs out there.
Mm-hmm. They're not out there 24 hours a day, but at night he puts them out there.
That'll do it.
And both these guys have been growing for. I've been trimming for about the last 3 years. You know, the plants be okay. They don't be nothing spectacular.
Yeah, outdoors.
In fact, I
hard,
think
man.
we smoked some of it last year.
Yeah.
I bought some here. We
I
smoked it.
remember you springing.
And one of them were
Smoking on the
one
shelf.
was decent,
Yep.
but the other ones were like,
I remember that.
Yeah, they pay pretty good too. Cause I charged them $25 an hour, and $25 an hour and a couple of ounces.
So we don't get political very often, but
Uh-oh.
I really like this podcast or this YouTube channel called Some More News.
No, get out of here.
And it's just a dude. He does like a weekly show. It's usually about an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, but it's pretty in depth. Like the guys, hey, get out of there, Hazy. Hey, leave him be.
No more pets.
Let him be. Hey. Thank you.
My tail is beating the shit out of my leg.
Thank you. So
On some love.
the last one he just did was about the fucking Republican candidates that are going up against Trump. Because the debates is today.
Yeah, tonight,
Tonight.
8 o'clock.
Who is it?
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
Bunch of idiots.
Dude.
It's 8
Like,
of
there's a
It's
couple-
8
There's
of
8
them.
of them?
It's 8 of
Holy
them.
shit.
It's Chris Christie,
Yep.
Oh, you're like a Bible
Tim
thumper,
Scott.
maybe?
Tim Scott.
Tim Scott.
Which-
No,
that's the
Chris
black-
Christie's not really.
Or is
Yeah,
that
he's
kid
in
that
it.
got in
He's in
trouble
it.
for, like,
Yeah, I know, but he's not a Bible thumper. He's a dude that does shit to benefit himself. He's a mobster.
He's a conservative
mobster.
millionaire.
Okay.
Basically, he's the dude that was
Isn't he
responsible.
fat?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
huge.
fat.
He closed the beach during COVID, and then him and his family were caught on the beach.
We got a private beach, y'all.
That's exactly what they
He's
had.
also got caught when he was governor or something like that. Like, because he got mad at a governor in another state, he basically
Fucked the highway up.
He shut half the highway down with road
So to have-
construction where they weren't doing any road construction just to cause traffic jams
Yeah.
going into the state.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's that
But
kind of.
then he blamed it on his subordinates that they did it.
But he's the only one that's actually. I don't want to say speaking truth, but the only one that's like
He's
Trump's
changed.
a fucking criminal.
He
He's a
changed
piece of
his
shit.
spots.
Yeah, he does.
Everybody else is all
Because
right.
he was.
Well, no,
He was
they're-
no.
they're
He,
better than Trump.
he was
Trump
one
ain't
of
that bad.
he was
They
one
ride
of
the
he was
fence,
one of
yeah.
Trump's biggest endorsers
yeah,
early
once-
in the game.
No. He was the first one to endorse him in the game when he
Yeah.
realized he wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
And then, because I've listened to him talk, and he basically, his whole thing is, I came to the light. When I saw him in office doing the thing, he wasn't doing the job. He was basically
he
just,
didn't know before he got in office.
No,
when
he
was
didn't
saying
have a
all this racist
choice.
Shit.
Well,
They-
he didn't have a choice. in
they
his
all
mind
knew.
because he wasn't going to beat him.
They
So
but
in
they
order
all
to-
knew. They all knew what he
That's
was.
fucked up, man.
All you had to do is talk to anybody that lived in New York, and you'd have known who Trump was.
Anybody that was
Trump could not. He could not run for dog catcher in New York and win.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nobody liked him in New York, you know. But people believed the bullshit. They believed he just started. He figured out.
He openly said racist shit.
No,
and
they
then
believe
still
that
got
TV
elected.
show. They
Yeah.
believe that TV
That just
show.
shows.
Well, that shows you how many
America's
racists
bro.
are in this country. That
Yeah.
shows you how many racists are in this
That's what I
country.
just said. That just
Well,
Because
shows
I got,
America's racist
there's a
as
couple of
fuck.
guys I used to deal with, white guys I used to deal. I don't deal with them anymore because they voted for Trump twice, so they don't give a fuck about me. You understand what I'm saying?
Huh?
There's a couple of white guys I know that used to be my friends, and they voted twice for Trump, so I stopped fucking with them.
But why did they vote for Trump?
It doesn't make any difference why.
They're brainwashed for one.
Doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Look,
And they're probably
everybody
racist.
knows he's a racist.
I know, but it's more again. A lot
It's
of the
cut and dry,
conservatives
bro.
are
You
about the
gotta-
money.
It doesn't matter. No,
It
it's
doesn't
cut and dry.
matter.
You're gonna vote for racist.
If you
or
a
you're not.
racist,
Yeah, I know.
what the
I-
fuck?
You can say all the other right shit. but
All
you're
those
racist.
all those
Don't matter.
arguments were the same with Hitler. All those arguments were exactly the same with Hitler.
Exactly. He had good reasons to be racist or whatever.
Well, he was.
He had excuses. Everyone's
He
got
was
excuses
racist.
for everything, but there ain't no excuse for that type of shit.
Yeah, I know. I don't disagree.
I think Hitler went beyond that, beyond racism. I think he was just a guy that didn't like humans, period.
Shoot, at the end he was all drugged up. So.
He was drugged up like a motherfucker. You see
Yeah.
that? You see that one where he's
Oh man.
doing like this?
Coked up and
He's
shaking.
sitting. He's sitting. There.
No, I don't coke, dude. That's meth.
No, that's meth.
Yeah, they invented.
Oh,
that.
it was
Coked up
coke
and
too.
shaking.
It was meth
He did
and
everything,
coke,
bro.
and the early Adderall. They invented Adderall.
Which is just
The
meth.
Nazis invented
yeah,
that
but
shit.
Adderall is just meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
slightly
saying.
Different compound of meth.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
know,
they were eating
they
that shit
invented
like
that
candy.
shit.
Yeah, they invented Molly too, I think.
They invented a lot of crazy shit because they were all crazy motherfuckers. And that's the same. Trump was trying to do the same thing.
Man.
Could you imagine?
No, I think Trump. To be honest with you, I think Trump's just. He's a 12-year-old in a fucking grown man's body that's been a fake billionaire for so long.
He's an evil.
kid, yeah.
He's an evil 12-year-old.
I know. I'm not
Spoiled
saying
ass
he's not
rich
because
kid.
his dad was a fucking mobster. What do you expect?
It probably was never around.
His dad probably had how many people put in the buildings that he was building? Think about that.
Dude was probably raised by nannies, just super rich.
No, he was. He lived in
Super
like a
rich.
third.
He
world-
never was responsible for anything he
And the
did.
nannies
That's why.
don't love you, yo.
That's why he ended up the way he ended up because he never had to be
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
When he got in
always had
trouble,
to
his
carry
dad would
money.
come along and throw money at it.
Yeah. He never even had to care.
Anyway,
And then his dad got busted at the
so
Ku Klux
fuck-
Klan
fuck
rally.
Trump. The point is that Christie's one of the candidates.
No, your starting point was the podcast or whatever.
Tim Scott is another one who's. Oh my God, that dude.
Is that the black dude?
Yeah, he's.
Oh,
insane, dude.
he's an asshole.
That is a
supreme.
Samuel L. Jackson if I've ever
He
seen one.
he is an asshole supreme.
Hold on, let me rephrase that. I didn't finish the sentence.
Okay.
That's a Samuel L. Jackson from the Django if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
The dude, the way he, like, you can see videos, like, multiple videos of him literally just contradicting himself constantly.
He's an ass kisser.
Just to kind of keep everyone.
And it's, yeah, he's
Everyone's vote.
I think the
First
word,
of all, where does he think he's going? You know, they're all running for president just to make money.
Mm.
They know they'll never be president. Most of them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter
It's
who's
just for the
president.
money.
They're all gonna be fucking influenced by the same corporations.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter who's running shit. The corporations run shit.
So there's a guy named, it's Villecek or some shit like that. I like this show on, another show on fucking, that I watch every once in a while. It's called Breaking Points. And it's supposedly a left-leaning girl and a right-leaning guy, and they don't really argue.
Point, counterpoint.
They don't counterpoint each other. They're just they talk about a story and they just talk about it. And sometimes they do counterpoint each other. I guess they would. That's just
to a certain
have
degree.
conversation,
Yeah.
But the guy is the conservative, and he was like, "Well, this is a conservative candidate. da 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 da. I'm like, okay, you know, he says Trump didn't win the election. Let's start. Within 10 minutes, it was back to woke. And it was like, as soon as it was like that, it was like, oh, okay, you just lost everything for me. Like, I can't deal with your argument. There's not what, like, you can, this dude was literally 15 minutes of fucking conversation, not one fucking thing about policy that didn't involve something to do with somebody, some minor, marginalized group of people. I swear to God, he never said one fucking fiscal thing. He never said one. That's the problem with all of them. None of them say one fucking thing about policy that actually fucking matters.
No, because they don't want policy that matters.
No, because the policy that they want doesn't work, and it's been proven for
It doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for us.
Well, it works for them.
It works for them.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, that would be changed.
Yeah, that's true.
See, it has to be. I don't mean this in a violent way, so don't get me wrong. But there has to be a revolution. People got to get together.
Yeah,
and change certain things.
The thing is, it's
going
to happen one way or the other. It's going to happen either the Russian way, where you have a guy like Stalin or who was Lenin, who basically uses the people's anger and fear to topple the government, only to then encapsulate them people with their fear and anger on each other. So they basically.
Yeah, well, he was a sociopath.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. You need a sociopath to do it the violent way, or you do it. I don't know if there's another way to do it.
Well, yeah, there are other ways to do it. If people get together, people have gotten together in South American countries and European countries and marched on the fucking Capitol. The soldiers were with them, the police were with them, because they knew it was injustice. But see, Americans, we are so fucking brainwashed. We so preoccupied with bullshit that we don't think like that.
Well, Stranger Things 5's coming out, bro. 4, actually.
See what I mean?
Look at that.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Stranger Things is
between that and sports.
Good show.
Between that and sports.
Season, I was about to say, I don't even think that was a movie. You got number 5. You got 5 movies already.
That's the 4th season or 5th season's coming. The final season. I mean,
all that's cool.
I know.
But people have to be able to look at that, but still be open to changing the bad in this country. And if we all got together and stuck together, we would have all the human rights that we need, but we won't do that. We won't do that. We're too busy being divided.
Because it's hard to get people to understand that giving people rights doesn't take away yours.
That's some American bullshit. That's some Western. I'm sorry, that's some Western bullshit. See, the problem we have, we've been infected. As Americans, we've been infected because of what we come from. We come from that English bullshit.
Blue blood.
That English bullshit is in us.
There's a lot of peasants over there. We probably got treated just as bad there.
No, that's the thing.
I'm just making.
That revolutionized here were not like us. They were not peasants in any way. It's actually you find out that the peasants didn't want to fight the fucking.
They wouldn't have no money to come over here.
No, listen. They got money from the Queen and the Pope.
Who did?
The settlers that came over here first. They got money from the Pope and the Queen.
Yeah, that's
tons of money.
Oh, maybe some tax breaks and shit.
And then the war of 18, or that war with the French and Indian War, basically the British people paid for it.
Yeah.
And they wanted the British government tried to tax the American people to pay for the war that they just had, and they're like, yeah, we don't want to do that. And it was the rich people that didn't want to do it. They're like, we don't want to pay. But the regular people were like, well, we're English. We like living under the Queen. That's kind of the fucking point.
They were the sheeple, yeah. They didn't give a fuck.
They didn't give a fuck. Half the population.
We ain't got no money anyway. Go ahead, take it.
No land.
Most of the people back then were illiterate anyway.
Yeah.
And they get drunk every day.
There was so many motherfucking illiterate motherfuckers. And
you're
right. Yeah. That's exactly. They stayed fucked up. The fuckers that signed the ones that signed the Declaration of Independence.
6 of them an hour, and you're good.
Well, it's 2% liquor.
They said when they signed the Declaration of Independence, all them motherfuckers was fucked up on wine and marijuana and cocaine. All of them.
Fucked up like 6
because they had been up for 2 or 3 days. So how did they stay up 2 or 3 days?
And on top of that, they're revolutionary. They're terrorists, basically.
Fucking terrorists overthrown.
Were they not? In the definition of terrorist.
Oh yeah, they were terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Look what they did to the Indians. Of course they were terrorists.
That shit's crazy.
Look what they did to the Native Americans. Look.
That's the thing. Hold on.
Look where we live at. Now, how many Indians do we see daily around here? And there were millions of Indians.
Oh, there was before they claimed
Tons of Indians.
Took most of them out.
Yeah, before they came the first time.
Tons of Indians, dude.
They're talking that there was 50 million people on this side of the planet.
There were tons of
They
Indians.
had fucking cities and
Yeah.
whole fucking networks of nations and shit. And they're just gone.
Gone. Wiped out.
And a lot of it had to do with the fucking diseases. More than the people
Diseases
themselves.
and just slaughtering motherfuckers, man. They
Could
were
have went the
slaughtering.
other way though. We didn't know. What if we came here and we all died from their fucking diseases?
It could have,
Yeah, we didn't know.
and some of us did.
They didn't have the kind of diseases
Well, we didn't know
that the
shit.
English had.
You know why? Because they lived more in tune with nature.
And they lived a clean. They
Yeah.
they wasn't living around shit and piss and
Again, living more
horse
in tune
shit
with
and all
nature.
Where the
that.
hell they shit and piss?
They shit and piss in holes and then bury.
And
They
then
knew how to
bury the
deal with
shit.
it. Yeah.
Every person.
They had tons
Yeah.
of. They had millions of acres of land to do whatever they fucking wanted to
Yeah,
do.
Europeans are savages. Why did they do
Europeans
that?
like stuck themselves in fucking
cities.
and shit, and so did they. But they just
It's
I
just
don't
like today. It's just like today. They're talking about the people coming across the border from Mexico and from South America. Okay, let them come.
Mhm.
We got plenty of
Lot of
room.
land.
We got plenty of land to build brand new cities for them to live in.
Yeah, they build
And that's
their
what they
own
should be
cities,
doing.
They probably work in their own cities.
Yes.
everything, Shit.
Yes.
So the only one that I'm worried about, back to what I was talking about, is DeSantis, and I'm not worried that he's going to win because he's a very unlikable person that no one really likes. So I can't imagine he's going to win. But if he does, he gets any kind of Republican Congress, he's very, very good at getting shit too.
Is that the jet fuel?
Yes.
This tastes funny.
Tastes like jet fuel.
I don't know.
It's like
It's gassy for sure.
It's gassy, but it tastes. It's like a.
It's a flowery flavor.
Yeah,
I
it
thought.
smells like Gorilla Glue to me. Like a. I don't know. It's not
It
bad.
don't taste like Gorilla Glue. No.
People like. So far, I haven't had any complaints, and I think it'll yield.
It's got a good buzz. It's got a really good buzz.
There's no way we're.
Yields
It don't
good, you
taste
said?
like Fuego.
Yields good, you said?
Not bad.
Was it 9 weeker?
Oh yeah, I want to cross it with fucking. Get on the bike again. All right.
Deadhead?
Yes.
I got the Deadhead Creamy Keys mail.
Nice.
It's fucking huge, bro. It's like it's fucking tall.
Damn.
I got.
But he's passing shit in Florida, like basically, like he's letting shit happen with the not so much trans, but he's trying to take back like fucking race things. Like he's
He's an anti-woker.
he's an anti.
This motherfucker.
I don't know.
Was, wait a minute.
I
This
think he's just too stupid
no,
to do anything.
no.
else.
He's a super racist.
Well, yeah. He's
How the
super
fuck
racist.
are you going to erase history? They want to erase.
Not erase it. They just want to
No,
change it.
they want to erase the truth of history.
I know they want to
About
change
what?
it. They're basically making the Florida
You know what they
curriculum
say-
say that slavery had its benefits because it taught the slaves life skills. Without actually
Fuck,
talking
fuck,
about
hey,
the shit that,
fuck
but
all
then
that.
on top of that, they don't want to talk about anything that actually happened in slavery. You're not allowed to talk about the fact
fuck
that
about
they,
chopping their hands and their feet off
or
and hanging them,
using
raping
the,
them.
using the babies as fucking using the
Whatever.
babies as dog fucking fighting tools. Like they
Get outta
torture
here.
people. Yeah, dude, they did some fucking
I bet, man.
the shit they did to
The
fucking.
motherfuckers were shitting in the streets when they lived back in their own continent. Look what.
They sure were.
They're savages.
They had a motherfucker that went around and cleaned up shit. They had a shit
didn't have the
man.
fucking common
They
sense.
throw the shit out the window.
Showed
To
out
go
the
shit in a
window.
hole.
That's what that fucking your
Yo.
chamber pot was.
That's why they had the worst problem of
Yeah,
rats.
they wouldn't even walk outside.
There were rats, big ass rats
Black Plague got
everywhere.
them for that.
You had to back then. You had to put your fucking you had to put your shit on sewer pipes and stuff. Your clothes, so they smelled bad, so that the fleas wouldn't fuck with you.
It's like that book Shogun. You ever read that book Shogun?
Fuck all that shit.
When Marco Polo went to Asia,
Okay.
when he got there, I think it was China.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Japan. He got there.
Every time I hear China now, I hear
Japan,
Trump go,
that's the island.
When,
China.
when he got there, they said he stank so bad they made that motherfucker take all his clothes off and they burnt his clothes and made him take a fucking bath.
Yeah,
Burn
because it
that
was
shit.
something that, like, it was a way to keep fleas off you.
Not only that, they probably like this dude probably got diseases and all kind of shit.
Well, he did, yeah, probably.
He had all kind of, he had lice and shit all in his hair.
But then again, no, it's different back then, because back then, the Silk Road connected that whole continent for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he was the first one to go down there.
But to travel, when you travel back then, you know, water wasn't everywhere. So you weren't washing every day. You weren't cleaning your body every day. Because when you ran across some water, you had to have it for drinking for you and the animal.
Yeah, you're not gonna go bathe.
You're not going to
Shit.
bathe in it and waste it. And they believed that if you had some dirt on you, it kept germs from getting in.
yeah. Again,
Protective barrier.
it's not a bad idea. You already
Wow.
have bacteria on you.
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
But it probably kept
They
the
didn't know
bugs
what
off 'em,
bacteria
the bugs
was.
from eating
That's
them
what I'm
alive,
saying.
Yes,
dude.
that's true. The bugs from eating them.
That's what I'm saying.
Keeps the fleas from
How the
biting
fuck you
you.
gonna sleep without?
You had no
water on
refrigeration
you?
for meat, so a lot of meat would have, you know,
I don't
maggots
even
in it.
think they would have meat.
It would have maggots in it. Oh, they wanted meat bad.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
probably
the
wouldn't have
CRT. Yeah, he was the CRT thing too. He also is like big on, like, wrote laws that said you can't talk about CRT. And,
none.
Right,
CRT.
right. Because
Huh? You don't know what CRT is?
because it's going to.
Hold on. CRT is critical race theory. It's a theory that's taught in college.
In very few colleges.
Very few colleges about how there's a
South.
no north about how there's a white systemic racist problem in the system
in the United States.
that basically for the last 100 years has been systematically making black people down.
400 years.
Well, 100 years since they've been freed, or whatever, 150 since they've been freed, whatever. Actually, it's been 100 years because they were freed, and then Jim Crow happened, and shit got worse.
Yeah, it got worse. It didn't get better. That's what's fucking
But
true.
it did at first. During
For about 6 months, yeah, it did.
6 fucking months.
No, I studied this.
Oh, okay.
For about 6 months it did. And then when the new president took over, all the treaties with Indians and black people were erased.
Out the window.
That's one of the reasons that
Was
fucking
he-
dude in fucking China made it so he could literally serve forever if he wins. Because he was like, we can't be like... Trump was his excuse.
And he knows he can clone himself.
Well, no, it was...
You take it out.
Did you see that cloning shit on Netflix?
No.
Bro, he's gonna clone himself and he'll literally be there forever.
Oh.
But they're cloning people and they're like, we can't do the exact phenotype, but blah blah blah. And so they do like 6 of them until they find the
Till I find the
they
right
want.
one.
Just like fucking what we do and shit. I'm like, yeah, dude.
That's funny.
And then, but you know, they're gonna get good enough to where they can CRISPR that shit and have the exact phenotype every
Yeah, they'll
time.
be able to fucking...
Eventually, absolutely. Without
So-
a doubt.
He used
Emperor
Trump,
forever.
the instability that Trump brought to our system,
Yeah.
as an excuse for him to basically be emperor, like president forever.
Yeah.
Because he's like, if we can't get into these long-term deals with these foreign countries, because they're basically all over Africa. They're building up Africa.
No, they've been doing that for years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but things have been changed in the last couple of months in Africa because they got
the
this.
US is trying
They
to
got
do
this. They got this African Union that's coming together.
Yeah, they're trying to
Where all these
actually
countries will
make a fucking
be
Africa
like-
country.
It's gonna be like the
Germany
United
revolts.
States.
They had like 3
They got,
revolts.
Well,
they're all gonna have the
stop a lot
same.
of that.
See, they're all gonna have the same currency. Not like it is now.
Where basically one currency can be worth fucking twigs and sticks, and the other one's worth fucking thousands, like ours,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
it
I
makes
heard.
no sense how ours is worth so much more than everyone else's.
But I just saw a thing. They had a.
Well, not everyone else.
They had an African conference on YouTube, and they had all these different African presidents of different nations. They're talking about how they can get together because they said they have to punish the Chinese, the United States, and was it India? And I think India because he said they've robbed Africa more than all the other nations in the world put together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, taking the resources out for pennies on a dollar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a pittance, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like anything else. You know, You got to work together. You want anything to change. That's
It's
what
crazy
I mean.
how the country's set up to where the most natural resource rich areas are always the poorest.
Man, they fucking doing that shit to us, and at home we're talking about we're pillaging them. They're pillaging us.
Who?
They pay us pennies on the dollar.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
It's just that we have. It's just that
Be punished.
but what I'm saying is their poverty is way worse than our poverty.
Hell yeah.
You know,
They don't have fucking toilets.
They don't have shit, man. I mean, in some places, it depends on where you are.
They got too much shit.
It depends on where you are, because there's some parts of Kenya, there's some parts
Nigeria,
of South
rich,
Africa.
bro.
They rich as fuck,
Nigeria,
and
rich.
they got unbelievable cities.
Yeah.
Their cities would
South
put 'em-
Africa.
Oh man, their cities would put a lot of cities to shame that they have over there.
Yeah, but they got clean air, man. Fuck it.
So the talk is that China's not going to be in 10 years. It's not going to be China's not going to be the number one superpower.
No,
China's an aging population.
China is in big trouble.
India is going to be the winner.
India
and-
already got more people than China.
I know,
Yeah,
but it's more
it just
about.
happened.
But they also have their own tech industry that's doing its own thing now.
See,
Making
China
pharmaceuticals.
and Russia are a lot of hot wind. They're not as great as they want you to think they are. Because I tell you right now, the United States could ruin China's economy overnight if they
Yeah, but
wanted.
China could ruin ours. They
No.
have.
No,
By having the shutdowns, it basically threw our shit into fucking
it's
flux.
too many Chinese, dude.
We can't even produce cars ourselves anymore.
Listen,
We literally cannot produce a fucking car here anymore.
listen.
wrong?
China's in big trouble. They got too many people.
I get that.
Their whole economy is about to collapse.
No, it's
the
not
only
that
reason.
they have, hold on. It's not that they have too many people. You're looking at it wrong. It's that they have too many old people. They don't have enough young generations to actually come up and take care of shit. They don't have enough females to make babies so that when they... Because basically they went like this. Their population spiked like this, and because of their policies, they basically have fucking 5 men to 1 woman.
Because they had a one
And
child,
now-
because
yeah,
they had a one child
whatever.
per family thing going for a long time, 30, 40 years.
So their population's hitting here, but because they don't have enough women to produce fucking children...
It's dropping off.
It's gonna drop the fuck off. Which, again, okay.
And then, a lot of it is, most of the people...
Being the most populated place doesn't make you the most powerful, because we are not the most populated place on the planet. We
No.
are fucking a fraction of the population on this planet.
of some of these countries.
No, of the planet itself.
Yeah.
Fucking India. We're a fraction of India.
Yeah.
They have 2 billion people. We have, what, 350 million?
Yep. Between 340 and 350 million people here.
That's like, we're this, and they're that.
Yeah, but
But yet, we think we're that, and they're this.
We are
Because
our
we are
military
that.
Budget is
because we are that, and that is them.
You're
Yeah,
right.
right.
Our military budget is that. compared
Fuck
to that.
yeah.
But until they start spending, because again, the military
They got
won't
no money.
matter.
That's why there's so many wars, man. It's because
Military-
because of
Trying
the
to keep
United
them
States.
down. Yep.
Because of the fucking United
We
States.
got all the power.
United
They don't
States
wanna
be
give
going
no
into these
none.
small countries
Bro.
and bullying
He
motherfuckers
says
around.
we have okay, for one, the reason we have obese fucking poor people is because of the system itself. The only food that people can afford that are poor is shit that makes
It's
you fat.
obese shit.
Yeah. Where over there, they just don't feed them.
Exactly. They eat dirt.
Yeah.
They had that girl on Joe Rogan. She
What?
escaped from
You still
China.
watch Joe Rogan?
These are old shows.
Oh, okay.
These aren't
She
new
ate
shows.
dirt?
Ate dirt. She
What
talked
the
about it.
fuck?
No, she said they had to eat dirt. They had to have something on their stomach, and they
I never heard.
and,
of
and one
that.
guy escaped.
That wouldn't even work.
No, they show him doing it.
What the fuck?
They
is it? Like,
they had these
I guess the bugs in there might be.
They-
I was thinking microbes, but
Listen,
dude, that's
they-
gonna fuck your stomach up more than help.
It
Yeah.
depends. I think they sift the dirt. I think they
Man,
sift
they're
it.
eating worms.
They showed them doing it. Oh, they have worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
One
probably
of the
eating
guys that
worms.
defected, one of the pilots that defected from there, when they took him to the hospital, they said he was pulling worms out of his ass like this.
Oh no, those are those tapeworms.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, that's
grow
different.
in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
You
like...
can eat a regular earthworm.
Yeah, earth.
Oh, yeah,
But
you
you
can.
gotta get them.
Yeah. They showed them, man. They it's a lot of camps in China.
I just don't like the argument that poverty is worse everywhere else as an argument that it's okay here. Because the reality is it doesn't need to be that way anywhere.
That's true, man.
It doesn't need to be that way.
But poverty here is different
unless you're on Skid
from
Row.
third world poverty.
What if you're on Skid Row?
It's still different. It's still different. If you're on Skid Row and you're mentally disturbed, but if you're on Skid Row, you can get help.
You can get water.
You can get help. You
can
go
get
to
water.
churches.
You can't even
They
get
got
water
all
someplace.
kinds of
Shit.
for people that are homeless. There are all kinds of programs. All you gotta do is go to them. But a lot of homeless people are like cuckoo.
Okay.
And they're not dealing with that.
For one, you really live in an idealistic world because that is not the reality. Because if that was the reality, there wouldn't be as much homeless.
Dude.
We do not have the programs to actually keep up with the fucking people who do not have homes.
Dude.
Do not tell me that some homeless dude who's not cuckoo, who's just some fucking dude with his fucking kid living in a tent on Skid Row, can't. He's like, I didn't go to the goddamn line and stand in line.
There's
for my
tons
fucking
of
thing.
government programs.
There are not tons of government programs.
There-
They have gotten rid of the programs. They are gone.
There are tons of programs.
They're not there anymore.
Listen to me. There are tons of programs through these churches
That's what I was thinking,
and
churches.
synagogues.
Oh
there are
my
tons
God.
of programs.
Get the fuck
You can
out
get
of here.
food. Let me
Get
tell you right
food
now.
and whatever, but you're not getting a house. That's why they're homeless.
They are getting. You can get a house.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
There's not
can.
enough fucking homes, let alone
There are plenty of
places
homes.
to put. No, there's not. In California, they're not. They stop them from being built all the
I
time.
don't live in California.
Yo,
That's
John,
where Skid Row is. That's where all the homeless people are.
You know, John and Kate Plus.
They have like 10,000 people in that fucking
You
encampment
know,
now.
when I lived in California in the 70s, there was Skid Row.
Again.
When I lived in California
downtown.
in
Have
the
you not been
70s,
looking online
it
at
was
what's been
Skid
going
Row.
on down
The
there?
church builds houses, y'all. They'll build some people a house.
No,
Sometimes.
they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Stop acting like the fucking church gives a fuck.
they
You know
built.
the fuck that every
If
church
you're
in this
a part of
fucking
that
area.
church
If
and
they
your shit burns down, they'll go help you rebuild your house. And
no,
shit.
they won't.
Yeah, they will.
Who?
The
Some
church.
churches do.
What church?
Lots
Fucking
of
no, I've
them.
never been to a church.
Lots of them.
Then get that out of your mind because that's not reality. There's no
That's-
churches that are
I hear about
built.
it happening, bro.
Okay, because the dude was the pastor, maybe.
No.
It's just a parishioner or whatever they call him.
No. What do you think? What is that? What is it? Home Habitat for
Church.
Habitat for.
Habitat for Homes.
Yeah, they
Again.
give homes
They
away
build this
every year. Every year they give 200 or 300 homes away.
Yeah, there's a
Which
there's-
is a fucking
there's some-
fraction of the actual fucking problem.
Of
So
course.
stop acting like 200 or 300 homes is someone doing something. You know what that is? That's getting fucking rich people richer because they're making the fucking money off the houses.
No.
Because Home Depot
No.
is taking a tax break on every fucking piece of wood they're sending out.
No,
which
they're-
means they get $2 billion in tax breaks because they built 300 fucking homes.
But I'm telling you,
Which they could have used that $2 billion and built what? 1,000 homes? 2,000 homes? 3,000 homes? Or apartments? But what they do? They donated 300
this is
homes.
a capitalist society.
Again.
Hold it. This is a capitalist society.
Yeah.
For it to exist,
I know.
it has to be that way. That's the bottom line.
That's the simulation, bro.
That's the bottom line.
No,
You
fuck
know
with
it,
the
and I know
simulation.
But
it.
don't tell me that there's help
There's
for
no
these fucking
panacea,
people.
dude. When you live long enough, you'll
Holy
understand.
shit. I saw a wag rat. I saw a wag rat on
What the fuck
fucking
is a
8 Mile.
wag
A
rat?
what?
You don't know what a wag rat is?
No.
A wag rat is a kid that lived around Wagner, grew up around Wagner,
Oh, God.
playing disc golf at Wagner all
Those
the time.
motherfuckers, they're
Yeah.
white trash. Bro.
Yeah, like
Oh, I don't. This is news
it's
to
a disc,
me.
Like
it's a
trailer
disc
park,
golf. It's like
fucking-
it's
Oh,
basically
okay.
like it's the pothead kid that lives in the fucking house with the parent that has 3 kids, but 2 of them are in college and one of them's not.
Yeah,
Type
he's playing
shit.
video
And
games
he's the
and
one,
golf.
yeah, and
shit.
smoking weed,
Yeah.
just discing.
Pills.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw him on the fucking corner at
Throwing
8 Mile
up.
and fucking Woodward.
At the course.
Homeless, hungry. Again, there are not really any programs
Well-
for this.
Well,
If there was, there wouldn't be the problem we have in this country.
you
The
got
programs are not there to actually help people because if they were, we'd actually have people in homes.
There's a lot of people in the street that are homeless that are nuttier than a fruitcake. They don't want.
They don't want help.
They don't want help.
Again, that's not what's fucking happening now. It's a different world, dude.
There's a lot of those
No,
motherfuckers
man.
out
Do
there.
me a favor.
You're
when
wrong.
when you go home, look up the fucking problem. Because I'm telling you, when you come back, I see you tomorrow, you're gonna have a different perspective.
No, I'm
The
not.
problem.
Yes, you will. The homeless problem in our country has evolved. It's not fucking just crazy people. It's families. It's moms with 3 kids who can't afford to live in a fucking house.
I didn't say it was just crazy people.
You just said most of them are.
But
no, he said they programs.
They have programs for a mom and kids. Believe me.
No, they don't.
Any woman with a kid can go get help. Ain't nobody gonna turn down a woman with a kid unless she's a nutty buddy. That's true.
Do yourself a favor and look. I'm telling you, the stories I've heard, that's not fucking true. It's not true anymore. You do understand.
Money out of the system,
hold on,
but
there's not any money. You don't understand. They've literally been gutting the fucking system for 20 years.
More than 20 years. I'm 70. I'm almost 75
But you
years
don't
old.
understand what they've done in the last 20 years. Since Bush took over in 2000, they've literally fucking destroyed. When the Republicans were in office, when they had the Congress, when Obama was in office, they disintegrated the fucking system. And they made sure that there was no help. You have to literally jump through hoops, and you have to get lucky. You know how long it takes to get a home from the government? What is it called when you get the rent check? Section 8. You know how long the waiting list is?
Yeah.
How long?
Long.
3 fucking years.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the system's was working, but it's not. There's no help for people.
But every day somebody gets those homes. Every day.
There's no homes. That's what you're not understanding. Look at the problem in California.
You're wrong. I know at least 8 chicks that are on Section 8.
Oh my God.
Been on Section 8 for the last 25 fucking years.
Did you not just hear what the fuck I said?
Yeah, I did hear you.
No, you didn't, because you said they were on Section 8 for 25 years, which means they got on it in the fucking 90s when the system was still fucking working, when we had a Democratic president who didn't fucking gut it. Now it's gutted to the point where it takes you even longer. Because back then, I bet you they still waited 2 years.
Of course it takes you a long time to get on.
So what are you going to do for 2 years? Live in a fucking box, I guess?
No, they have programs for you.
There's no... That's what you're not understanding. There's no
Dude,
fucking Section 8
I don't see women walking the street with kids. Wait a minute.
Let
me finish.
You're not here.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I don't see women walking the street with kids that have no home, got no place to go, got no food.
You don't see no kids under the bridge.
Watch.
No, you don't see no kids under the bridge.
Go look. We're not talking about here. The problem is worse everywhere else where it's warm. Homeless people don't stay here because it's fucking cold and you can die here.
That's right.
7 months out of the year.
That's right.
So they go south.
Like I told you.
I'm telling you, look up the problem when you go home.
Like I told you, they had Skid Row in the 70s. Just let me finish.
Go ahead.
They had Skid Row in the 70s when I was in California.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Skid Row and motherfuckers be sleeping in doorways, laying in the street.
Yeah.
Just like right now. The difference is it 10 times more,
more people
than it was back then. 10 times more. In fact, the guy on YouTube, he drove around California, and he was in a neighborhood with $1 million homes, and 1 block away was a tent city. And I mean 10 after 10 after 10 after 10 after 10.
And all them people are just cuckoo drug addicts.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
They're not asking for help.
Are.
So they didn't go for help. So they're just lazy in a sense that
some of them are drug addicts that are lazy. Yes, a lot of them are. I'm not saying all of them.
I bet you most of them are.
I'm not saying all.
Most of them are.
Do more research.
All you got to do is walk around that neighborhood. All you got to the guy did it. He walked around the neighborhood and he showed the ground and it was nothing but needles.
Right.
Needles everywhere. They're all getting high off that trank and meth.
Whatever the fuck.
Do more research. Watch more videos. Figure
Or
out
they're
why
crazy.
these people aren't getting homes. Because they're not getting homes. They're not getting any help. No, they can't get in them because they won't build them. You can't build a fucking home for poor people unless you literally have to go through hoops and shit.
So the guy, he's a multimillionaire, and he was going to build tiny homes for homeless people. The surrounding neighborhoods,
zoning shit.
They said, no, motherfucker,
they
we don't want
that.
Yeah.
Chappelle did it. They weren't going to be tiny homes. It was just going to be low-income apartments. And it wasn't even going to be in his fucking neighborhood. It was literally going to be a half a mile away.
Yeah, because they don't want to live in that shit.
No, because it's going to, because it's going to drop the value of
This
their
tastes
home.
really good. What is this? Fuego? This is really good. I love the taste of this.
Yeah.
No, you're right, man. I'm not saying you're wrong by any stretch of the imagination, but it's everything in this world.
No,
There are
I'm
people.
not,
There are people
you
that
know
are.
I don't live the way of black and white, but the reality is this is pretty black and white that they're not actually putting it. The government in California and throughout the country is not
In a lot of
actually
places,
putting
in
effort.
Texas, in
Throughout
Florida,
the country, the whole government in a whole is not actually doing anything to help people. And if anything, we've cut benefits. Because again, Lou is on Social Security. He's on disability because he can't work. He can't fucking see. You know how much he's getting?
no,
$900.
you get more than me.
That's a good amount.
You
Is
get
it?
more than me.
Where's he gonna
Because
live?
You can also work while you're on Social Security.
No, he
Yeah.
can't work though.
You can.
He can't see.
Then he apply for disability,
I'm just saying.
and they'll double his money.
He is on disability.
And no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
For 900, he's on Social Security.
No,
dude.
he's not. He's on disability. How the fuck do you think?
And he's only getting 900.
Yes.
He's the only one I know that's really getting that little bit.
My wife's only getting $1,200.
But see, that's more than 9.
Again, it's still not enough to do anything.
It's like $1,200.
Yeah, most people get
She,
more
like,
than
never
900
paid
bucks.
hardly anything
I don't think
in
he's
it.
on disability.
So-
I think he's on Social
Social
Security.
Security is-
I don't think he's on disability.
Yes,
No,
He'd get
he
more
got
than
disability. Why would they put him on Social Security? He's too young.
How old is he?
He's my age. He's 46.
Okay.
There's no fucking way. It's disability because he was fighting it. He fought it for like 3 years.
Sometimes they give you your Social Security early, though, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know how it works.
that can happen.
Either way, even
That
at
can
1,200, what are you gonna do with 1,200 in this area? You can't live anywhere around
happen.
here.
You're not going to live in this area.
No.
But you can live somewhere.
Where?
There are places.
Up north and shit.
Yeah, you gotta live out in the middle of nowhere.
They just put up brand new
Apartment, dude.
They just put up brand new, I think it's 400 units for $500 a month.
I'm about to
Where?
say apartments.
Downtown.
Okay, that's
And
again.
it's parking.
There
included.
are some places that are actually starting to do it.
Yeah, they're building low income shit.
Right, but most places won't do it.
Because they passed laws in Detroit. It has to be a certain amount of low income.
Yeah, it's like part of it has to be for this income, part of it can be
Yep.
for the upper income.
Yep.
Yeah, and they do that in New York and some in new rises too.
I would live in a van down by the river, son. That shit's free.
That shit is free in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking, after I get this money for this house, maybe I should just buy me a
RV.
an RV and just
Man, that's
live
the
in
life,
that bitch.
bro. That's the fucking life. We ain't got shit to worry about.
We thought about getting one so we could just redo the house, live in an RV for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and just gut the house and redo it.
It would be good to gut this house and redo it. You couldn't lose. You could only win
Yeah, I know.
if you do it right.
I know.
Because they're building big motherfuckers all
Nah,
around
you need
here.
to get a food truck. You can live in that bitch.
I
Slinging
don't know how to
food
fucking do it.
all damn day.
That's so goddamn. Like, how do I get the money? I'm thinking, I don't know, because I don't.
All you need is a bed, and then you can just live outside basically
You do-
that summer while you renovate the house.
You
and
do-
have the fucking food truck where you could cook.
You do a
and then
portion
go
of the house at a
sell your
time.
shit.
Yeah.
You
Make
do a
some
portion at a time.
What, the house? No, I'm talking about
redo
getting
it.
a food truck. I know I'd do a house like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Because the kitchen would literally take a weekend. It would take me, me with help, probably about 5 to 10 hours to demo it. And
Yeah.
gut it.
That's about
And
right.
then it would take a day for someone to come in and redo the piping and the wiring and stuff. And then a day to put in
Usually-
the cabinets and shit.
Usually to redo a kitchen takes between 2 to 3 weeks. Usually, with most companies, they're going to come in, it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks to redo
Really?
a kitchen. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Not
I
if
see
it,
him on TV do them in like 8 hours, bro.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
makeover.
Because they got 8 people working in the kitchen
why would
at
it
the
take?
same
Hold
time.
on.
time.
At the same
I still don't
time,
understand.
yeah,
I
with,
just
like,
told you how
fucking
long.
ants and
If,
shit.
if I was actually a company and I had 2 to 3 workers, it would literally take 2 hours to gut this, and it would take me. It's gonna take Braden and one other person to do the electricity, literally an hour and a half to do what needs to be done, and then putting in the fucking drywall will take that'll take 2 days, because you gotta let it dry. You gotta mud it,
and
dry it, and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
2 days. But literally, you could go.
Are you pulling permits?
No.
You're not going to pull a permit. You're going to have to pull a permit.
Yeah, 'cause when they find out,
You're going to have to pull a
then
permit.
you're fucked.
You're going to have to do that. You're not going to redo a house and not pull a permit.
They're gonna see you.
Because they'll come out and tell you to tear
Stop,
all that shit down.
Yeah.
They will come out and tell you, especially this community, I'm sure, they got motherfuckers driving around. And they say, may we see your permit? They see people working and shit, they'll come up. Can I see your permit? I ain't got a permit. Tear it down.
Bingo.
Tear that shit down. Go get a
And
permit.
you get fined.
Yeah. They don't play.
No fuck around, bro.
313.
Damn suburbs.
It's just a number.
Just hit.
I did. But your phone is...
My phone is bullshit. I hate that fucking phone.
I know you do, because your phone sucks.
Yeah. No, yeah, you could do this. You could do this kitchen in a week if you had two or three
First thing I'm gonna do is
guys.
that fucking front room. I'm basically gonna shove you guys back downstairs.
Make your own food truck. Fuck that. Why don't you just build something on a fucking trailer? It's super simple. And fucking wheel that bitch around to the canvas. Dude, there's a canvas event.
Well, they don't give away food trucks,
Are
dude.
you gonna go to the one?
They're
in
not
Kyle?
giving away food trucks.
No, he's talking.
That's how you make your own.
You buy the oven.
Put a shed in a guy.
Oh.
You buy an oven and what you need to cook it, and you
Put
just
some bricks. Make it like real brick. No, it'll be too heavy.
I don't want to do a brick oven. I don't like the way brick ovens. They're just too inconsistent.
Oh, the heat.
Yeah, well, it's more of an art, and brick ovens work way better for fucking regular pizzas, like margaritas and New York style and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I like. Pizza margarita.
Yeah, you want that's a brick oven, but I want Detroit style. You want to get consistent fucking pop every time. You want that, like buddies, man. Run it through a fucking machine. I'm not an artist, man. My art is on top.
Well, I mean, that's what everybody does now. I mean, you do have a couple of artisan pizzas where everything's made by hand and put into the oven and all that. But most of these big chains, you put on it 12 minutes to come out the other
tray and shit.
Yeah.
Like those,
in 12 minutes it comes out, it's done.
maybe they don't take as much room up. I don't fucking know.
Because that conveyor belt just keeps moving.
Yeah, I know.
Just keeps
I seen
moving.
it.
Can I have like 3 of them?
It goes this way actually.
Or however it goes, you know.
They actually had 4 of my buddies, but only 3 of them worked. The bottom one was just junk.
Gotcha.
But that's because it's the original buddies. I'm sure if you go to a real one out in fucking one of the newer ones, they got fucking like a 4. They probably got either two setups next to each other, like
Yeah.
Pizza Hut had like one you put like 4 in or some shit.
yeah. Well, you
Or
can fit
probably
2
one.
in each,
I don't know. It was
Each
big.
rack.
I don't know what it was.
but it just, to be honest with you, it just works better for Detroit style. You get a better crust. You get more consistent crust. You get more consistent, less.
Pizza.
But I don't know. I gotta get them. I don't think they're gonna. They haven't really said anything at work, so I think I'm gonna fucking go find a real job.
You go bail?
Yeah. Go find a real job for a little bit.
Were you trying to move up into the kitchen or some shit?
No, I was trying to get them to let me fucking use the oven so I can make pizzas.
He had his own day.
Yeah, like let me just use it on a Wednesday one time, see if I can get people to come do pickup. Put some advertising out there and fucking...
Yeah.
Because Cut knows some guy that's on Instagram and TikTok and shit that has like 1.8 million followers, and he's that type of dude that goes to fucking spots and tries things.
Well, fuck, they ain't say no. They just didn't say nothing yet. Just remind them again. Be like, bitch, let me hook
Yeah,
it
I'm
up.
gonna remind
What the fuck?
Because it definitely will work. It's just a matter of making sure people can see it.
And then me and Rudy gonna deliver them for you?
No delivery. People just pick that shit up.
Why not do both?
Yeah, why not do both?
I
bro?
mean, wouldn't that be the smarter route?
You want to get as much customers as possible.
Exactly. A lot, so many people nowadays are used to people delivering them food now.
Then you do DoorDash.
I'm just making a
different.
point. People are used to
takes
that.
part of your profits. To sign up for that, they take like 10% of your
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
thing.
But that's why they also deliver it
So
for you.
let
You don't have to-
let it come in a caddy and a Volvo.
There's
Boom.
two things you get from DoorDash for that 10%. You get, for one, you get people seeing you because you're on their app and people are going to see you at some point.
You're only one day.
Huh?
You're only gonna be on there one day. So
No,
you
I'm just
don't wanna
talking
fuck
in
with
general.
DoorDash.
I'm talking if I was 5 days
Man,
a
don't be
week.
talking for DoorDash. They're a corporation.
Well,
You're like an advertisement over here. This is what you get, son.
I mean, you do. You also
you
get
don't
delivery.
get shit. You get fucked, is what I heard.
Yeah, well.
They might even take like 20 or 25%.
I mean, it's one of those things. I don't want to use DoorDash. I don't plan on using DoorDash. I don't plan on having enough pizzas that I would actually need DoorDash. I plan on trying to sell out every fucking night, weeks ahead of time.
So how many pizzas do you plan on selling a night?
75 to 100.
75 to so you're gonna have 75 to 100 people showing up to get a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Or 50 that getting, you know, like 25 of them getting 2. Because there's gonna be people that are gonna buy 2 pizzas.
Yeah,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Without a
Like
doubt.
3 pizzas, 4 pizzas. So it may be only, 25 people, 30 people showing up.
There's some trees.
No, it's gonna be more than that
Three.
showing up. It's gonna be if the pizza's good, it's gonna be way more than that
There's a
showing
guy
up.
in Philadelphia. He has a little spot. He sells 40 pies a day.
Mhm.
He opens up with a line,
And closes with a line.
Once he sells
Really?
out, once he sells his 40 pizza, he closes.
Yes, you need a spot downtown. Dude.
Yeah, but okay. So what is his spot though?
That way everyone
Is it a
walking by
building?
always gonna
Is
see
this
that
spot a
line.
building?
Dude,
And what
Yeah,
is
it's a
his spot?
building.
Huh?
It's a building.
all you have to do is get a spot downtown, and then like me, him, we'll be there every day just making a fake line, so everyone will be like having to walk around this fucking line and shit. And they're like, what is everybody in line for? And we'll be talking about this pizza, and then boom, after a week we wouldn't have to be in the line no more.
No more. The line will be long enough.
We won't have to be in line no more. We'll be inside like, give me some free pizza, Steve. We made this line out here.
So Chud wants to do a pizza truck. Wants to help me get a pizza truck and put it on fucking Michigan Avenue.
Okay.
Can you do that every day?
He is. Okay. He owned this apartment complex, and he bought the empty lot that was a gas station next to it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it in there.
So he then sold it to somebody, both those to somebody on a land contract that came up to term, and the guy was supposed to pay a bunch of money, and the guy's not paying, so he's basically repoing it. He's
Taking it back.
foreclosing on it, taking it back.
Yeah.
So when he takes it back, but the lot now has gravel because they tore up the fucking cement, most of it, and now it's a bunch of gravel and picnic tables, and there's like actual, like,
I gotta drive by here. I
there's
gotta see
cans.
this.
I can show you on the phone when I'm done, but there's cans and shit like, chemical cans or whatever, those metal cans.
Barrels.
Barrels, yeah, barrels all around.
50-gallon
with chains.
barrels.
Yeah, with chains and stuff, and
Huh? Oh, these aren't used barrels.
no, they're just barrels
Right.
that are painted.
It's more like
Yeah.
Art Deco.
Not Art Deco. It's more like keeping people out.
Yeah, but
Driving
okay.
up. So you don't drive up on the fucking gravel.
Got you.
And then there's a food truck there. There's a fucking
How far away from downtown?
Livernois.
Livernois in Michigan.
Oh, Illinois, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, am I
didn't say
wrong?
it. I didn't say it, but yes,
I
he's
just
right.
heard Michigan.
It's just what is that? East? Yeah, east of, because Michigan kind of goes.
Sideways.
Yeah, it goes west, but it goes
Starts off going sideways.
northwest.
South.
So it's like southeast of fucking. It's south, or it's towards the city from the Livernois. It's not far. It's a couple, like 1 block
Yeah, toward
from
downtown.
Livernois. Yeah.
That's dope.
So I don't know. I know that area is getting built the fuck up. They're
Yeah.
working their way out.
Everything in Detroit's getting built up. A lot of those buildings that were fucked up on that street, they tore those fuckers down. And once they didn't tear it down, they painted.
Yeah.
So I know they're building a building on the other side of it because it's just an empty fucking, like, it's a lot that has a fucking hole dug into it. So it looks like they're gonna put a fucking building. So like I don't know if it's some business gonna have like a couple hundred, because it's a good spot. It's not a bad spot. And even if it's a food truck, it's the same thing. It's 75 pizzas or it's slices. You know?
Because there's a Mexican truck not far from there. Maybe.
Yeah, it's on the fucking. It's at the gas station, isn't it?
It's
no,
right-
no. It's around the corner on John R.
It's no, the one I'm talking about is right across the street from that Trails Way hamburger place.
That's more down Michigan, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been that far
It,
down.
oh, you haven't?
Oh,
It's between. What I'm talking about is between Illinois and Wyoming on Michigan.
And Wyoming is closer to the city.
Well, Wyoming is closer to Dearborn.
Okay, so it's the opposite side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I've never gone that way. I always turn
Oh,
on
okay.
Illinois and get on 94. I'm talking. There's one on right before 94. There's one on the west side of John R. Like there's a gas
Oh, okay.
station.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But you know, one thing that's popping up in the one way you could tell we're turning into a third world country.
that's kind of what I was trying to say.
Outdoor people that barbecue outdoor, they're all up and down 7 Mile, all up and down 6 Mile, all up and down Finkel and Puritan.
You mean selling food?
Yeah.
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 They've always been on like
State
6
Fair.
Mile.
But I've never seen these many before. They're
I've seen
everywhere
one on
now.
6 Mile.
There's always two on State
That's
Fair.
a
Back in
sign
the
of
day.
poverty. That is, that's a sign of poverty. People don't have jobs. They figure, hey man, we go eat some meat and we'll cook it up and make some money like that. We'll sell dinners and shit like that. I mean, you know,
that's exactly what I'm fucking trying to do. So
Yeah,
you're saying I'm
yeah,
in
man.
poverty?
I'm talking about.
Because the dude that's on State
Listen,
Fair.
I'm talking about people that may have gotten laid off, don't have any other income. They're what do they call
I
it?
think-
Unemployment that ran out,
But hold on.
and they're hustling.
I think what's happened is in that area, there's hardly any fucking restaurants. There's no real, like, there's hardly any. When I drive to Parkside, there's not many restaurants that I pass. A couple Coney's, like, there's not a lot of places. To
There's
eat.
from the direction you're coming from John R. Right?
I come in, so I go down.
John R. to 6 Mile.
No, actually, it depends. Even if you go, okay, so if you go down to Quinder, you got the McDonald's.
Well, either way you go,
Yeah, there's a
you're
McDonald's.
going to
at
7
8
Mile. I mean
Yeah.
6 Mile.
Well, I go to 7 Mile too.
Yeah.
Even going down 7 Mile, there's a burger place now that's down there. Oh, no, that's State Fair. That's still State Fair. But I think it's a result of the fact that the corporations have pulled out of that area and there's not any food, so people are looking at it as a way to make money.
The food in those. Well, yeah, of course.
But I don't think it's because.
But they're cheaper than McDonald's. They're cheaper than the Coney Island.
And you ain't getting processed food. It's real food.
Yeah. If they do
Well,
it right.
It depends.
Because again, no, I think.
I mean, most they might use beans out of a can or something. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
fine.
dude, there's a
Way
guy.
better than McDonald's.
State Fair has two people. State Fair. Okay, so if you go down to Quinder and you cut on Conant, you take Conant down to State Fair. When you turn on Conant or State Fair, there's a gas station and then that church, right?
Yeah, and that truck is
There's always a
Backdraft. The guy,
Backdraft is down farther.
he's
There's
right
another-
there.
but there's-
Backdraft is right on the corner of John R. and
at
State Fair.
But there's also a guy at the fucking church with a big fucking unit that's outside.
Oh yeah, that
in
guy.
the parking lot. So
Yeah.
there's two guys on there. I remember the one on 6 Mile in DeQuinder. I've seen him. He's at the corner. It's just, that dude's literally just a fucking grill and a cooler.
And so you got to be careful about.
Yeah, that dude.
street
These other
food.
two
You
are
know, you know how
actually.
clean these motherfuckers are. You know.
The other dudes are using like.
If a guy's got a real outfit, you know
Yeah.
he's probably clean.
Backdraft is fucking. He's been there a bunch of times.
Yeah, he's a fireman. Dude.
Yeah, and
he's
his
a
shit
fireman.
looks legit as fuck. Like it's a
His
big-
food is good. His food is good.
The other guy's got a fucking giant fucking cooker, man. It's like a fucking.
And see,
it's a toaster.
at that church there. He's been doing that for 25 years.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
church,
been doing that a long time.
that's the guy
I
was
just think
talking
that's what's
about.
going to happen in this. I think
Well,
one
it's
of the things
happening
that
all-
has to happen in this country is we have to go back to, because again, we talked about it the other day. I think it's like 3% of the 3% of the population in Detroit owns the property in Detroit, downtown. And I don't even. Would you say less than that?
Yeah. Yeah, less than that. It's like 3 or 4 people that own downtown Detroit.
Right. And
And it's 3 3 or 4 white guys and a couple of black guys.
They just found out a fact that Michael Jordan selling his team means that the NBA's back to having no black owners.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't give a shit about no goddamn sports. I don't even give a shit about no fucking sports. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. For it to be almost predominantly black.
Jay-Z
league.
was like owner of the team.
No,
or
he
some
had to
shit.
sell. He had to sell his stake in the
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn too.
Get out of here.
Well, he sold his stake in Brooklyn because he took on it. He owns a agency of agents that deal with.
For sports.
Oh, so it
sports
was like
agents.
conflict of interest.
Yeah, so he couldn't own the team and own the fucking thing, so he decided to go with
No,
his
he
agency.
probably he did that shit on purpose as the easy way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jordan
Trying
owned
to be
Charlotte,
slick.
and he bought it for like $250-300 million. He sold it for like $3 billion. The team
No.
won like 4 playoff games in the time he owned them. Yeah, he made like
How long did he own it?
$3 billion. Since
Oh, he's been
Yeah.
for a while.
10-15 years.
Yeah, about
Oh,
10,
okay.
12 years, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
As soon as he got out of fucking
He didn't just
playing
say-
basketball, he bought a team.
I thought
Like, he was
owned
playing
part of the
so-
Wizards though.
Well,
while
see,
played.
he
Oh, I don't think so.
see, he had to have more income coming in because he's a
gambling.
gambling motherfucker.
Yeah, but his income coming in from fucking.
Did you hear about
Jordan
who was it?
alone.
Did you see the other day? The guy that
Oh,
owns the UFC.
What? No, Dana
Dan
White.
Carver?
Yeah,
Dana White.
that motherfucker made a $60,000 bet.
This is not nothing.
And he says, I do it all the time. What?
Okay.
Drake's constantly putting up his bets. You know how much he bet on fucking the Super Bowl? Bet like
100K.
$250,000,
And he
It's a
win?
crying shame.
and that was one. He had like 3 bets. I think he did.
It's a crying shame, man. You
He
know,
won like $2 million.
when I look at the decadence in this country, it's a
60
crying
grand's not
shame.
even
Right.
anything.
I mean, motherfuckers are wearing $400,000, $1 million
Won't
of
give a
necklaces
dollar away to the homeless.
around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, what the fuck are you
You don't
doing?
even need that shit.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? But you can't tell them nothing.
Right.
You know, they want to flaunt.
They
And,
young.
and don't get me wrong. I don't mind the guy having a couple of pieces of jewelry. There's nothing wrong with that. But these guys are like, come on.
They got a
You're
house
wearing
around their neck.
$400,000 worth of fucking gold around your fucking neck. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Wow.
You should be giving that fucking money away.
You know what's crazy? Is if the world ended, I'd probably give him an ounce for the chain. Because, I mean, it's not really useful.
Why did you even give him an ounce? I would not even give him
No,
an ounce.
because it's pretty.
No, fuck that.
It's
Ain't
worth
you
an
just know
ounce.
The ounce is worth way more.
No,
to me
this
than
is if I
something that's
have
pretty.
multiple ounces. This isn't something like I'm still
Nah,
producing
bro.
weed.
Fuck that. I don't wanna look at that shit. I want to get that ounce.
You know, when I was when I was about 23, 24 years old, I had like I must have maybe 6 or 8 gold chains. I didn't wear them all at the same time, but I would wear 2 or 3. You know, and I
I
used to
can't
go.
really make.
I used to go to the pawn shop and buy
They didn't get all
gold.
tangled up.
I used to go to the pawn shop and buy gold and shit. You know, all that shit. I don't own any of that shit anymore. I got rid of all that shit.
Pawned it and shit.
Cause what fucking good was it doing?
Or sold it.
Sold that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck it.
You
Should have
know,
held it though. Gold worth a lot now
Yeah,
compared to back then.
gold's a little different.
so what am I supposed to
2,000
do?
an ounce.
You just sit on it until you can sell it for more.
You're probably buying it like 60.
You sold
an
it
ounce.
for $25, but now you could probably sell it for $4 grand.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was.
Yeah.
No,
it
it's
wasn't that. It
gone
It
up
was
was
that
like,
60
much.
an ounce back then, in like
Yeah.
the 80s and shit.
no, it was
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't no
Yeah.
$60 an ounce.
How
I think
much
it was.
an ounce?
I think it was like 80
You know what?
or $90
Ask
an
Google.
ounce.
Okay, 80
Ask
then.
Google,
I just
huh?
looked at it like the other day because I got gold and
Ask,
shit.
ask Google how much gold was
Dude, I
per
probably
ounce.
still got it pulled up
What the fuck am I?
in one of my windows.
I got it for something.
And see, you got to remember too. It's not just the gold; it's the carat of the gold, and is it a work of art
We're
and
talking
gold?
per ounce. So if you have a
Just to melt it
But
down.
if it's a work of art,
No, just to melt it down. Was
is
it?
that what you got?
Gold price in 88?
88.
why do you pick 88?
I don't know.
No, it was 460 back then.
All right.
Or 436.
That's still it's worth $2,000
Why you
now. So.
pick 88? We don't know.
Gold has always been
But
valuable.
now it's 2000.
Gold has never not been valuable. It always is a little more valuable
Look at
than
the
money.
chart. It was
I can't
super
see
cheap back then.
Oh yeah.
Look at it compared to now.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Here's a theory.
And it'll be that way
That's
10
the
years from
dollar
now.
buying it.
It'll be that way 10 years from now. Gold never goes.
Look at the chart.
Gold,
That's what it is today.
gold only goes up, man. And the real money is gold coins. That's the real money.
Hold on. What if the pyramids? Okay.
Yeah, so it's always at like
You,
300.
you heard about the new pyramid they found, right?
That thing.
Where was it?
The Black Pyramid in fucking Alaska.
They just found. Was it last? They just
Uncle Dean's still here.
What's up, Dean? They found one that's supposed to be 10 times the size of the Egyptian pyramids.
10
The
times.
Egyptian
10
pyramids aren't even that
Where the
big
fuck
compared
would
to
they
the ones
even
in
find
Asia.
that?
10 times.
South America?
I can't
Probably.
remember where it was.
There is one in South
Jungle.
America that's fucking giant.
Jungle shit.
It looks like a
Find
mountain because the fucking is it the
That's
one
the one
where
I'm talking
the
about.
Spanish, yeah.
It looks like a mountain.
It looks like a
And
mountain.
then they
because it's-
started tearing away at the shit and found out, oh, wait
Yeah,
a minute, this
it
is
is-
a structure.
And the reason why it looks like a mountain is because the Spanish people buried it.
Yeah, they say it's the largest.
When the Spanish conquered the area, they buried it because they knew it was like a, and they couldn't get rid of it. So they basically just buried it and put a fucking cathedral on top.
They said it's supposed to be the biggest.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be the biggest pyramids that's been found so far.
I think they were saying there was like 4 other ones that were underneath that one.
Yeah, it's like the 4th iteration or
Yeah,
something
they
like
just
that.
kept building on.
Yeah. So hold on.
Crazy, huh?
Bro.
So
that's
what
crazy
if-
as fuck.
Here's a theory. What if we're just the ones that got left behind because we were late?
Late to the ship?
Yeah, to leave. What if we're from another fucking planet? We came here because of the
They
gold.
took the fuck off.
We took all as much as the gold as we could get,
Mined
and
all
then
the
we
gold
left
for the
because that's just how we
Anunnaki.
leave. And
when
some
the
of us were
Anunnaki
just
come
like,
back, they're
we're
gonna be
supposed to
"Who's
be
left?"
there, but we passed out in a fucking.
No, someone
Our
just.
ancestors passed out in a drunken haze.
We're getting
No,
on the
no.
next ship, bro.
The ancestors said, man, we could stay here and build our own world.
Yeah.
We could be the
like-
kings of yeah, let's stay.
Yeah, they're like gone.
Yeah, you gone, motherfuckers. We got this. We got water. We got land. You know,
Bro,
fruit and shit everywhere.
when's that planet coming back around though?
It's supposed to be on its way.
Yeah.
They said
When,
they said we should start seeing it in the next 6 or 8 months.
Well, that's not good.
get out of here.
They say
soon?
it's coming from behind. It's coming from behind
I
the
thought he was
sun.
gonna say 6 to 8 years or something.
No, that
It's like
I mean, I'm
months.
just telling you what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard.
You know, that's what could have happened. Think about that. What,
But
what if
it's
you-
coming from behind the sun.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna be able to see it till last minute.
We'll be able to see it. The point is, it's not. I don't think it's gonna come that close to us.
Close enough for the shuttles to come over here and pick some of us up.
Well, if it's Nibiru, that's the Anunnaki.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But how can they live on a planet with no sun?
What do you mean? Maybe they have an artificial sun.
Yeah, they just figured that shit out. Don't worry about
That's
that.
what a Dyson sphere is, kinda.
A what?
A Dyson sphere. They build a
Just making
spear.
up fucking words.
No, dude, look it up. Look up Dyson sphere.
Dyson sphere.
I'm just.
They build a structure around their sun or their star, and so they
Harness
can,
that power.
so they can harness the power, you know, direct the power to the planet where they want it.
I don't know.
No, that's a super advanced society. You
That
know,
doesn't seem.
that's a society that's maybe, 10 million years old or some shit
Let's
like
see
that.
what
I don't even think 10 million years is that many years. I don't see any.
Oh, you don't?
million?
Well,
It's not.
on the scale of the universe, it's not that much.
No, we've been here. The universe, is what, 8
Yeah.
billion years?
They don't know. That's all that
There's
shit is.
gas.
Let me tell you something. Don't go by those figures. They change all the time.
You don't go by
The,
those.
the shit that Einstein said. Every day they find out. Oh, he was wrong. Oh, it's not. Nothing can go faster than the speed of light.
Right.
Then they found out that a whole bunch of shit go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
They done found that out
When the fuck did they find that out?
with CERN for one thing.
So nonchalant.
And what's faster than light?
I don't.
Flash, bro.
Thought. Consciousness is faster than light.
How do you know?
What do you
Light's
mean?
instantaneous. It's right there. It's happening instantaneous.
No, it's more
No, it's
instantaneous
fast.
in your conscious than it's something coming
Yeah, they
out
do
of
say
you.
your consciousness. You actually think about what you're gonna do before you
Take
do
a bunch of shrooms and turn the light on. You'll see that bitch come on slowly as fuck.
You know,
Like, whoa, I seen every fucking ray. hit every
you know,
fucking wall.
physics is changing every day. Shit that they said was physics 20 years ago ain't physics today.
Well, basic physics is the same as shit as it always has been.
What's,
Up
what,
goes
Quantum
down.
what is
Separate
basic
things.
physics? What is that? Basic
If I
physics.
drop this, it'll fall.
Newton law shit.
Okay,
That's it.
that's it.
It's basic shit, yeah. The rest of it,
It's very
who knows?
basic
Yeah,
because
because we don't even understand that.
because
yet.
in between here and there is all kinds of shit.
There's so many bugs.
Oh.
You just destroyed so many worlds.
It's frequencies. It's frequencies. That sound is a frequency.
I understand that. But we also don't even understand
So
that basic thing. Why does this go there? Why doesn't it go that way in an instant?
It does.
Bro.
in
I know
another-
it's gravity, but what the fuck is gravity?
It does go that way in a different dimension. You know, you're bound by your dimension that you're in.
Now you're going.
No,
Worry
it's
on me.
true. You're bound by
Well, obviously.
this so-called physics that they don't really
rules they
they
set
really
up-
don't even know what the fuck it
The
is.
rules they set up in the simulation.
You know, the UFOs will tell you they don't know what fucking physics is. Really, they have no idea what real physics
You
is
talk to them?
because the UFOs be doing shit
Isn't that just
that
gravity?
they like. What the fuck?
Oh,
Isn't that
for
just
sure.
figuring out what gravity is?
They don't know if that's what it is.
No, but I'm asking you.
It's space time.
They don't know what it is. Nobody knows.
By
Maybe
being
it's-
able to do the things they do, they obviously have figured out how to either one of two things: control gravity
They have a
of the
different.
planet that they're on. Because again, just like with magnetics, which is kind of using gravity in a sense, it's not, but it's using like a pull. You could do the same thing if you could control gravity. You could go up, down, right, left, that way, this way, that way. You can go whatever fucking way you want. If you had the ability to
Not only are
control
they-
the amount of gravity that you are restrained by.
Not only are they doing that, if there are living beings inside these craft, if they have some kind of damper type shit to keep them from turning into jelly when they make
Oh, the
right angle
cheese.
turns at
Yeah.
16,000 miles an hour. If you were sitting in there and they made a right
You'd
turn,
die.
This
you'd
is
just be a puddle of bullshit in the corner.
This is something that when you pass away and I go to your funeral, I'm going to be like, well,
You're gonna be like, well,
Oh, I say, well, to him.
and I'm gonna say to you, yeah, well,
hold on,
motherfucker, yeah.
Well, can humans get
Oh,
off the
Lord.
planet? Can other species travel the universe? Because again, the reality is that everything in the existence goes away. Correct?
Okay,
Everything goes away.
it changes.
Yes, changes. And one of the things that does that is a world we can't even see. Right?
Okay, there's lots of worlds we can't see.
Yeah, but the world we can't see changes everything. Like, you leave this shit here, you go away tomorrow, and bugs and things and other things will just destroy this thing. This whole fucking... It'll all
Dust
come
in
to
the
nothing.
wind, bro.
Exactly. It'll all become part of the tree. It'll literally just be ground. There'll be nothing left because the
Forest.
bugs in the ground will then destroy everything that's in there. It'll eat it all up. Everything goes back to nothingness.
Goes back to nature.
So, I'm really trying to bring it back. I lost the thought at the beginning of the thought. And I've been trying to roll it back out. It's just not been coming.
What I'm talking about. You gonna go to his funeral and be like, well,
Yeah,
people
well,
come back or what?
No.
no, you could.
When
You gonna
I-
answer my question?
No,
or what?
because again, what if... Because like you said, you've been outside your body. So if you die, that's probably what happens, and then you can go do what you want to do. Maybe.
well,
Travel the universe. Then, so you, knowing who you are, you'll go travel the universe, see if you can see some other fucking galaxy, or see some other thing, or something like that.
Go
or another
explore.
dimension.
Just
What,
explore.
can people leave, or do we have to actually develop drones or avatars to move our consciousness into? 'Cause I think.
I mean,
that's-
that can happen, and eventually that probably will happen. But that's not the conscious way to do it.
No, I think that's the only way we can leave the planet. At least us, the bodies and the machines that we're in. That's the only way we can do it. And again, the only way that I think anything can travel the universe is if it's developed things that let the light and the memories from the light, whatever they are, go from host to host to host
See,
to host.
my situation is, I'm not sure what really happened to me. Now, no one was checking my heartbeat or my pulse or my breathing, so I don't know if I had a heartbeat, pulse, or breathing when I left my body. I don't know that.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with. So, did I just have an out of body experience, or what? Did I die at the point I'm making?
No,
Hey,
I
came
think-
back because I wasn't in my body
And you
anymore.
weren't doing drugs.
Yeah.
No,
But no, when the no.
You didn't just take a hit of acid.
No.
That fucking just hit you.
no.
No,
I think I had acid about 3 or 4 days before this happened.
Hold on. When you did it, when you came back, were you slumped over like a fucking log? Because when
And
the
all
body,
lethargic?
when the human dies, no matter how,
Yeah,
no
you
matter
passed
who you
out,
are,
had a seizure.
you're gonna do one of two things. You're gonna shit yourself, or you're gonna fall the fuck over because all everything goes away, so the body slumps.
Well, let me put it to you like this.
So were you like this?
The reason why-
or were you like this?
The reason why I knew I was out of my body is because I flew around and saw myself sitting next to my friend. When I saw it, I
you
said,
just said that, but get
listen.
All right, tell the
I
story.
came out of my body.
Yeah, I know. I've heard
I'm,
the story.
I'm flying around the inside of this bus.
Smelled that ether.
Inside, yeah, it was all that ether, and my legs felt like lead.
But
then I
what
felt-
did you look like when you were flying over your body?
I looked like me.
Yeah, just chilling then.
It was me sitting next to my friend. 'Cause first I said, "Who is that sitting next to Henry?" My friend Henry. And
Is he still on? Is Henry still on?
I went around like this and looked, and it was me. And I was like, "Oh shit!" The next thing I know, I was gone. Gone. I don't know how long I was gone. I really don't.
So when you came back, did you look at Henry and go, "Was I dead?"
No,
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. I don't even think I said anything to Henry. My mind,
Did
dude,
you
my
notice
mind
you
was
left?
blown. You don't understand. You have to have this experience. My mind was blown,
I had
and
that
and
sort of
who
experience.
is gonna believe me?
Oh, you were scared to tell anyone. I was on nitrous and that shit happened to me.
Dude, remember, you brought that shit over. That fucking. It went like this.
He said you bought that shit over here. What?
It did this. It went. Like, I just remember the world.
Oh, you inhaled it.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting at this table, actually, at my other house. And all of a sudden I see this black thing. And it comes like this. And they all just, like, because
Tunnel
he's there,
vision.
him and his girl are sitting there, and someone else is sitting there. And everyone just starts getting distant. And then fades to black for a second. But I could still hear him.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wanted to panic. I wanted to panic, but I was like, no, give it a second. I can still hear him. We'll see what happens. And then it reversed.
Opened back up.
It reversed
It opened
exactly
back up.
the same way. And I was like, I don't get that. Like, I don't understand the point of that.
I've never had that happen.
What do you mean you don't understand the point of it?
Like,
That shit makes me feel numb.
it's like alcohol. I don't understand the point of alcohol because when I drink, it doesn't make me feel.
I don't like alcohol at all.
I don't go, oh, now I can be confident and talk to a girl.
I mean, I could drink a beer every now and then, but I don't like the way alcohol tastes. I
Yeah,
guess that's
I
why.
never did
taste.
either, especially since I like pop. My sugar was pop. That shit tastes so much better than like alcohol tastes like bad pop.
Bad pop. Yeah, though, man. But
So
that out of the
Henry,
body
did
shit.
you? He says he's here. So Henry, how did you perceive that moment? And obviously he didn't tell you, so maybe you don't even remember.
I don't remember telling Henry.
He
Maybe
probably
I
don't
did.
even remember it happening.
He wouldn't. I was sitting
He didn't say
there.
Do
nothing.
you remember the bus? Like, is it an extraordinary bus trip, or was it just
Yeah.
a normal bus trip?
Somebody stole his car and took it to Asbury Park, New Jersey. So we got on the bus and took the bus to New Jersey to get his car.
From where? Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought you were living in New York at the time or something.
No.
Oh, shit.
Honest to
Dude,
God. They
That's
didn't
the
tell you.
difference
That's the
between the
truth.
generations. We can't imagine riding a bus. Like, just the thought of getting on a bus doesn't make sense.
Well,
Who gets on a bus to go
Cars, bro.
places?
back then, a lot of people got on buses to go places.
I know.
cheaper.
And in other
to be
countries, a lot
honest
of
with
people
you,
get
I
on
wish
buses.
it was more like that because I'd take trips to fucking New York and shit.
But yeah,
If
that's
it was
right.
actually accessible.
That's it.
They
That's
have a train.
No, that's shit too. Have you been on a fucking
Oh,
Amtrak
train is beautiful,
It's
man.
scary for one.
No, what's scary about the train?
The Amtrak trains are the same as they were in the fucking
They go
90s.
fast as fuck.
They haven't upgraded them, and they haven't done any fucking real work on the tracks. That's why they have fucking all kinds of
I
derailments.
haven't been.
happening.
I haven't been in a train in years, but I used to love to travel by train.
Yeah, because
especially
they
if you
were
had
nice.
especially if you had a sleeper car.
You know what
It
was
was the
nice?
bomb, dude.
That fucking I bet you that fucking monorail
that.
thing. What's that stupid thing called downtown?
Monorail.
No, the
People move.
People Mover. I bet you the People Mover looked like fucking amazing when it first came out. It was probably futuristic. People were like, "This is Star Wars."
Wait a minute, dude. Check this
Star
out.
Wars.
Wait a minute. Check this out.
Going above our heads, bro.
I've never been on the People Mover, ever.
That's pretty dope.
I've never been on.
That
it.
is a statement.
And I'll bet you a lot of Detroiters will tell you they've never been on that motherfucker.
You know,
Because where are you going?
there's a show.
Where are you going on the People Mover? Where are you going?
Going from Greektown to Joe Louis.
Yeah, well, my buddy lived in a riverfront or whatever, so it was connected to his, whatever.
What
apartment-
is this?
Apartment thing. So you just
Most
jump on
people
there
aren't
and you
going
go to
there.
Greektown.
You know, that's for
Greektown and
that's
Joe
for
Louis.
tourists and motherfuckers going to events.
I know it's for the suburbs.
Yeah.
It was built
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
suburbs. I
People that
understand
live in
that.
Detroit don't get on that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the only
Not as a
spot we
rule,
went to,
unless
though.
in the wintertime or something.
You didn't tell him, no.
Huh?
You didn't tell him.
I told you. I didn't think
Yeah,
I
I know.
told
You just told me.
Yeah.
So that's that. There you go. There's a show idea. Head down to Greektown, put $20 in the thing, go ping, then walk onto the People Mover and drive the People Mover around,
You're right.
and maybe get off in each station,
That's
check
a-
out the stations.
That is
Get
a,
on the
that's a
scooters,
show.
bro, and ride up the riverfront.
That's
that
a
shit's
show.
fun as hell.
We can do that too.
Me and Sarah been doing
But are we gonna do it? We can do it, but will we do it?
When
That's
do you
the
wanna-
point.
You set it up, motherfucker. You tell me.
It's
when.
like that. It's like that.
We'll get a group.
That cut thing. What
I
is
gotta
it
go
called?
down there tomorrow if y'all want to do it tomorrow.
That cut thing. What is
Where?
it called? The something cut. What is
No,
it?
you got a friend tomorrow. Oh, the DeQuinder cut.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be
between
interesting.
Eastern Market and the riverfront and Eastern Market.
Have you seen these shoes that are got wheels on them
Yeah.
and you're walking, but
I've had them for years.
oh well.
Yeah.
I
The
just
kid shoe. They started out as a kid shoe. They
well,
were
this is a
first
new
out.
one they got out,
Yeah, I'm assuming they.
and you can
upgraded
go.
them.
I think the guy was moving. He wasn't going that fast. He was going maybe 3 times faster than walking. You know.
that's
It's like a skate.
until you hit a big ass hole and you're gonna wipe out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I don't know.
I don't know. He
You know,
says.
new shit coming out now with the AI and all the shit going on to compensate for certain things.
Yeah, who knows?
And these rich motherfuckers are terrified by AI.
Because they understand that AI is going to show their flaws.
Exactly.
It's going to show that they literally could have
Exactly.
done all this shit way more
Mhm.
efficiently. And not
That's what I
ruin the
think,
fucking
too.
Planet if it didn't.
And they try to put restrictions on it and shit.
Yeah.
You can't restrict that shit.
Well,
Well,
I
once it gets out, it's out.
Some of that shit has to do with the fact they just want to control the market.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be the one that releases it. That's Elon wants. Oh god. How about?
Oh
that,
yeah,
Tom?
I'm turned off on Joe Rogan, and I'm turned off on Elon Musk. Both of the motherfuckers.
Well, I stopped listening to Rogan when he went to Spotify,
I-
because he went to Spotify.
I'm turned off on him because he said
So,
some shit the other day that
I
was
haven't
just
listened
like,
to him
what?
talk.
I guess when you get big with money, you get big head.
There's a Freakonomics episode that talks about that. That talks about their studies that show that you get to a certain level and you change.
It seems that way.
So like,
What do you say?
Just different things.
He just
Doubting that, thinking that some FBI agents were in the crowd to for
Oh,
January
He
6th.
says that
He
to
just saying
people.
some dumbass shit, man.
Sorry, hey.
Some obvious dumbass shit.
I don't know. Why wouldn't they be in that crowd?
But they're saying that
They said that
they probably were, but they didn't
They didn't start the riot.
They didn't start the riot.
They're saying that they're the ones that started the riot.
Yeah.
It was like the whole
Them
thing
and
was
Antifa.
FBI or whatever red flag or false flag. Or
My
whatever.
first
Yeah.
thought would be like, well, they're just there to observe and shit got out of hand, so they can't say, "Look, I'm an FBI agent."
but because-
They
I'm
get
sure.
killed.
I'm sure in any large crowd, there are a few FBI.
But it's not about the crowds.
Yeah, right.
The FBI agents were in the groups of the fucking psychopaths that are in these militias.
Oh yeah,
That was
that's how some
so
of them got
again,
busted.
It's like, what are you gonna do? You like you said, you're gonna give yourself up as an FBI
You gotta
agent.
just look like you belong there.
Yeah, you're
Do what
undercover.
everyone else is doing.
hmm
Yeah.
But that's
blow the
supposedly they're the ones that just like how there
It's
was
crazy.
FBI agents with the guys that tried to murder the fucking governor.
It's crazy. This is
Like-
crazy. It's
Oh, in Michigan?
The two
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
and all their connects were basically FBI
They were
agents.
probably egged on by the FBI agent.
That's what they say.
That's what they
Is that
say.
what
Yeah.
they're saying?
Yeah, that's what they
Now
say.
hold it. Let me tell you something now.
No, I don't know if that's true or not.
But let me tell you
Let me see
something.
the transcript.
The FBI is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I
Don't get it
agree.
twisted. Don't get it twisted.
They're no good
Yeah, they
thing
want
The
either.
FBI is a motherfucker.
Yup.
Well,
Those dudes probably deserve to be in trap.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I would rather have the FBI around than not have them around. You understand what I'm saying?
Kinda.
But
Kinda.
there have been some FBI motherfuckers that were kind of despicable.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. But there's a lot of plots that get, FBI ruins. A lot of
CIA, too.
plots
Keep
where,
talking, I heard.
where a lot of people
Trying to do a bunch
were
of
probably
shows,
gotten
see.
killed, and they were there. But we just live in a violent society. That's all.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers like gunfire all the
Wild
time.
animals, bro.
That's all, man. Detroit is a wild. Detroit and the greater Detroit area is a wild area, man. People are speeding like crazy, running red lights like crazy.
I know I see it in Warren and stuff. I never used to see that back in the day.
I'm telling you,
No stop
it's
signs.
infecting everything.
Red lights all
I see more and more of it every day. People just run red light.
I was afraid
Fuck a
to
red
drive
light.
to work and shit. Like, damn, I'm gonna get hit. I
I'm
almost
telling
got
you.
hit like 3 times. in
I'm
9
telling you,
months.
dude. I'm telling you.
Almost
They
like
driving
died.
crazy as fuck. I don't even drive on freeway no more.
Yeah.
They be flying by me at 90, 100 miles an hour. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, 6 miles kind of scary sometimes.
6 miles of freeway.
I feel like I'm gonna get
6 mile. See, the lights on 6 mile are sequential. I'm not sequential.
They're timed.
Yeah, I'm.
People are trying to jump the light and shit.
No,
They know
the
it's
point
about
is,
to turn green.
if you go 40 miles an hour,
You'll get them all.
you
Yeah.
It'll always be green.
you'll
for you.
catch them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
So,
speed is
so people are going
45.
50. People are going 60 miles an
Stop
hour.
for each one.
Oh no, they run them.
Yeah, they run them.
They run the fucking light,
Yeah.
So they're
people
just
do.
stop signs to them.
or they'll stop for a second. Then
You know who
shoot
also
through.
runs lights? Rich people from the suburbs.
I had a guy try to. I was in Farmington Hills, and this guy in a Mercedes Benz tried to run me off the road because I guess I wasn't going fast enough for him. I was doing the speed limit. I think it was 40 or 45.
Yeah, he wanted to do
He ran up behind me, flashing his lights and shit. I'm like, what the? Then he flew around me and gave me the fingers. He went by.
How dare you do the
fuck?
speed limit, you
What the
motherfucker.
fuck?
I remember being down in Detroit with my old boss in his car, JD, and he stops at a light, and he goes, "Yeah, we don't stop at lights." Who?
It's crazy.
I've never in my life thought I'm at a stoplight, someone's gonna take something from me.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's just crazy thinking.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people see. Not to get racial, but get racial a little bit. I have a lot of Caucasian friends, and I have all my life.
Is Henry?
Henry has a lot of Caucasian friends too.
Does he?
Yeah.
What? Because you guys grew up in areas where there was still a lot of Caucasian people, right? Well, they were
Yeah,
still
when,
there for a
when
while.
when we moved to the northwest side of town, it was almost predominantly nothing but Jews. but you know,
I mean, they are
90. It
Caucasian.
was 90% white people, probably 75% Jewish when we moved into that neighborhood.
And the Jewish people back then were not white people, right?
No, they were white people to me. I didn't.
Me too. I never
We
understood the
we
difference,
didn't
but-
distinguish in my neighborhood. A Jew, well, if you were an ethnic group like Greek or something, we did, but not Jews. We just figured they were white.
Italian.
Yeah, they were all just white people.
Well, unless they were you guys, because you didn't have acidics. You didn't have like the vote, like you didn't have the guys with the curlicues.
Yeah, we did.
Crazy
Oh.
hat.
Yeah.
Well, they look different than white people.
They're white people with weird hairstyles and
Yeah.
weird hats.
That's
So
true.
white people, a cult of white people.
I had friends I thought were Jewish. They told me I'm not Jewish, but I was positive they were. Until they told me they weren't.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mixed bag, dude. It's a fucking mixed bag.
I remember watching that movie with Robin Williams where it's about a college, and there's the kid, Dead Poets Society, I think it's called.
I don't know if I've seen
It's
that.
a movie where
I might have.
basically this Jewish
It
kid,
won an award or something, didn't
yeah,
it?
the Jewish kid ends up in a school back in the day before they let Jewish kids
Yeah,
in,
right.
and like he gets tortured,
What he went through.
beat up and shit, yeah. And it was like I'm watching this movie, going, what the fuck is going? Like I understood how, not how, why. I don't understand why they do it, but I could understand that when I was young. I could understand the difference. Okay, well they look different, so that makes sense on how you could be stupid and think they are different. You get what I'm saying? Like when you're.
But they all looked alike to me.
No, I meant that's my point. Is I could understand
All the people from that part of the world.
What I meant is when I was younger, I could understand racism in a sense, like not understand how it would happen. Not that I approved it. It was just more of the okay, it kind of makes sense.
They were different races.
They're different.
Yeah,
Like black
different.
people are different. They look different than I do.
Right.
So I could understand that. Like that makes sense. People are fucking stupid. But I didn't understand the Jew thing. I'm like, they're fucking white. So how are you telling the difference
I
between
know.
all these fucking people? How do you know
I know.
if someone is?
But
or
see, that's
isn't?
why a lot of back in the old days when Jews first started coming over here, when they came over, they changed their name from a Jewish name to a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good. People,
'Cause
Christians are fucking
a
crazy.
lot of these movie stars.
Hold on, Muslims are crazy. Jewish people are crazy. All like you see what the Jews are doing down in fucking Israel. They ain't no joke. They fucking just murder fucking people over there for
Yeah.
land.
Yep.
Like it's no joke.
You know, and people are so religious, but they kill each other. How you gonna be that part of the country supposed to be the Holy Land, right? They call it the Holy Land.
There should be no death there.
It shouldn't be anybody killing anybody there. Everybody should be living in harmony. Am I right?
Yeah, but
That's not hold it.
This still counts.
If you go by the Bible or the Torah or whatever, you know, they all say the same thing. You're supposed to love your neighbor and all that shit.
Yeah, they're all good.
And they're killing each other like it's going out of style. And what they do to those Palestinians is a shame.
Hell yeah.
And you know who's responsible for that?
Us.
The English.
No, it's us.
The English.
We're the one that set up Jerusalem.
The English started all that
or
bullshit.
Israel. If Israel wasn't there,
The English started all
it
that
only
shit,
could've been
man.
us.
Let me put it this way, they had a big hand in that shit.
so did we.
You go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, we
well,
all did.
well,
Well,
I mean,
we
we're-
did, and
We're English. We're English.
I guess.
We just don't have the same sounding language. Well, no, not language. What would it be called? Dialect. It's a different dialect.
So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
And our king is named Trump.
Got
Man,
a gold toilet.
Man, they had the guy. He went around. It's a show that's on. I think it's on Netflix. But this guy goes to all the rallies, Trump rallies, and talk to the people. Oh my God, we're in a lot of trouble, dude. It is some.
Oh, Jordan Klepper did it all the time.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he does it for the Daily.
That's who I'm talking about. Man.
Daily is Comedy Central.
The Daily Show, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, he would do like
It's
he basically
pitiful.
just goes and interviews people. Like he was interviewing this lady who basically was telling them that there's this thing where you put people's names into it and it gives you a number.
It's a number.
And the number means something.
And she had it on her phone.
Like for some reason, Michael Jackson means he's not dead. The number says that
163.
something means
Means
that
he's still alive.
Yeah, he didn't die, and he's.
And
What about Tupac?
and they
Put that shit in there?
no, and they say that Robert Kennedy Jr. is still alive.
Yeah,
He like died in a plane crash, right?
Yeah.
Some nutty people out there.
He's still alive, and him and Trump are gonna
Take over the world.
fix
New
everything.
world order.
Fix everything. There's some sick motherfuckers out here.
Kick all the Mexicans out.
Man, there's some sick Americans, man. It really is.
I mean,
It's a bunch of sickos, dude.
Talking wild out there, yeah.
See, I know right now,
Trump
there
can't
are a
get
few
elected.
states I could never live in. I could never live in Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, North and South Carolina, and Florida. I couldn't live.
don't
You got
forget
the
Georgia.
thing.
I would
I
be-
guess you could live in
I-
Atlanta, Georgia.
Believe me, I've been down there, and it's nice to a certain degree.
You can make $1
But,
million.
but once you go 30 or 40 miles outside of that motherfucker, you're in Nickertown again.
What's up,
what
dope?
the fuck does that mean?
That they will call you a nigger to your face.
Oh yeah, because the South is pretty open.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin definitely.
Or call
said
you
that.
boy.
Yeah, boy, they definitely. Oh.
No,
Did you see
dude.
that? Oh, did you see that video about that fucking this black lady in her fucking house dress? You know what house dress is?
Yes.
I didn't know what a house. It was called a house dress.
Oh, okay.
You know moo. White people call it a moo.
Yeah.
So she's in her house dress and flip flops in a store. And I guess the dude told her to shut the fuck up. Some white old man. So she's like, all right, motherfucker. She's like squared up. So he takes off his glasses and he squares up. And she's like, bitch, I'm not gonna hit you first. You better swing at me. Because I need proof. I need like, and I wanna whoop this ass.
Yeah.
Dude, he did this half-ass swing where he kind of like come out like this, like I want to swing, but no. And the next thing you know, she fucking dropped him in one. Just dropped him in one shot. He's laying on the ground. He goes, "Oh, she got me kind of good." It was like, while this other girl's filming, it was like, dude, you just need to walk away.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's not gonna be good.
It's
for you."
crazy shit out here, man.
Like, why did you? Why? Oh, that's one of the reasons I want to leave this fucking city. It sucks. I want to get the fuck out of here. I hate living in the city, but at the same time, I don't want to leave it because the people out there are fucking scary. They don't like the allies either. It's not just the people. They don't like the allies. You're a problem. You're causing the issue by allying with the other people.
Stay to yourself, bro. No.
Well,
Just seem you're a good old white boy.
that's the problem.
I
don't
tell you
wanna
what.
just be
I tell you what. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but if the Republicans win, I'm gonna have to leave the country, man.
Until I show up at the diner with Justin and his husband and a couple other freaks that I know.
Oh yeah, then everyone in the city like, that's that
Smell it, and on
motherfucker.
top of that, the moment I walk in, and the whole place just blows up. Everyone goes, "What the fuck?"
Y'all can't
Looks
eat
at
here.
me.
Y'all better leave.
Dude, I did that at work
I
one
hate
time.
that shit, man. It happens to me all the time.
I have to be careful at work. I have to stretch myself because I walked in and the dude goes, "Dude, you just blew up the fucking dining room."
I went to the grocery store, man, and I was standing in the line, and the guard said, "Somebody smoking weed in here." He said it real loud and shit. You know, I started cracking up because I knew it was me because I just got through trimming,
Just started laughing.
and I stopped at the market before I went home. You know, I was cracking up. One time, two old ladies did that. What is that smell? I'm standing there.
You should be like,
What is? And she said it about 3 times. What is that smell?
I've gotten looks of like, "Hey,
Yeah, that too.
what's up?" And I've definitely got like, "Ugh, what the fuck?" But it's becoming a little more common, I think. People blowing up.
People
on
getting
places.
used to it. Yeah, there's more people.
Because I definitely,
Look.
where were we the other day? Oh, we were at the outing I went to is in Oxford, Boulder Point.
Uh huh.
It's a nice club. It's got a big fucking banquet room. And I had that stuff we just smoked, that stuff. in a joint in my ear, holy cow.
You lit the joint up.
No, not in there. I didn't have to.
Oh.
That stuff, that was loud. That shit's
yeah,
like
just being rolled. And...
just being rolled and sitting in my ear. I know I blew it. Like people probably were
Yeah.
staring at me because I forgot it was a white, so it's like definitely stuck out. Because usually, if
Yeah.
I'm using my raws, it can just sit there and you won't even really notice them.
Yeah, it'd be harder to see.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh fuck, I better take that out. But yeah, that blew up the fucking. That's always fun.
I said, fuck it nowadays. I don't give a fuck no more.
So I was
You
smoking
smell it,
joints
you smell
riding
it.
by the cops when we were doing the Riverwalk on those scooters. I had it in my hand smoking right in front of them.
Yeah, Detroit downtown don't care as long as you're not being a dick about it.
Yeah, as long as you're not being obnoxious.
I
With
had
it.
blunts actually.
Yeah, if you're not being
Because if you're
obnoxious.
fucking at a park, and I'm sure they're gonna say something, but I'm not the type of person that smokes around kids anyway. If
Me
I see
either.
kids, I put it out.
Me too.
I'll respect your
I will
child.
not smoke around kids.
I would expect the same thing from a cigarette smoker.
I used to get pissed off when I meet a girl. She'd take me to her house to dinner and shit, and we'd be sitting up there, and she'd say, "I'm gonna roll a joint," and I'd be looking around. The kids,
Hold
2
on.
or 3 kids.
Hold on, don't misunderstand. If your child, you don't care, I'm gonna smoke around your child. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, but,
If you don't care, like his child,
and she didn't care because she was rolling shit up and smoking in front of her kids.
But it's
and
more
shit.
of a respect thing of, I'll ask you, and if you do care, then I won't do it. But if it's in
I won't-
public, I just be.
I won't do it.
anyway.
If there are kids around, I won't smoke.
Oh, I don't. If you don't
Look here at a
care,
concert, bro. And the kids are right next to you and shit. You gonna smoke?
No,
It's all good. They brought them to the concert.
no, I don't smoke
who
around
brings
kids.
kids to a concert?
I don't smoke around kids. They have to be at least 15 years old for me to smoke around them.
That's still a kid.
That ain't me. I'll smoke around a baby. I don't give a shit.
No, hell
My
no.
fucking
It ain't gonna
parents-
hurt
He said, I don't give a shit. Baby be like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm fucked up now.
It ain't gonna
Wait till
hurt
I get out of here. Wait till I get out of here. Wait till
You
I get
know as well as
grown.
I do, it ain't gonna hurt the
The
baby.
baby talking about, wait till I
First
get
thing I'm doing, roll
grown.
up.
First thing I'm doing is get fucked up.
Hey Tom, how about you reiterate the story why you don't believe secondhand smoke is a real thing?
I was trying to get high off that secondhand smoking. Couldn't.
He was a kid in
Yeah.
a car
I knew
with
what
his
I was doing. I
parents.
was inhaling it.
But you talking about
hard.
cigarette smoke?
No.
Nah, weed.
Oh, they were smoking weed.
They were smoking Williams Wonder shit.
Oh,
We
but-
didn't smoke.
And so what are you saying? You didn't get high?
No. I
Yeah.
tried.
What do you mean you tried? How old
I was
were you?
like-
How old were you?
Probably 12, 13.
And what do you mean you tried?
I was inhaling it real hard and holding it in. But like it was just secondhand smoke, so I couldn't do it.
So again,
For real. I was trying
But
hard.
I've gotten
And it was a
people,
long road trip, like 45 minutes.
I got 2 people secondhand smoke high off weed.
No way.
Yeah, yes I did.
They
Yes,
were, that's
no,
just
I have definitely heard it.
placebo
Yes, I
effect,
did.
bro.
I've definitely heard of people getting
Placebo
high.
effect.
yes I
always
did.
works.
I had 2 people that happened to. One was a girl and one was a guy. And neither one of them were smokers.
Were you getting
Maybe
like-
you were just too used to it that you
Yeah.
needed more.
And yeah, I had too high of a tolerance by
But
then.
either way, if a baby gets high a little bit, oh well. They could
he
Dude,
back
I
on
was
get,
like
he back on
200
getting
pounds.
babies high
I'm
again.
just saying, I wouldn't like.
Shit.
What would you rather give a child for fucking pain? Would you rather give them Motrin or other things that are fucking up their brain too? I think weed's more natural in a sense. A little puff in the face if it stops.
A little puff in the face.
I ain't gonna
I
be
didn't-
good for a young lung. Maybe you could rub it on them. Like make a,
Yeah, medicated maybe.
a tincture or some shit.
Yeah, like, but again, the second hand, like, I'm not gonna clam bake a fucking child. But at the same time,
No,
if
secondhand
I'm
smoke.
outside and the dude's like,
The baby be selling
Baby's in a fucking-
nickel bags on the corner and shit.
No, bro.
baby's in a little fucking high chair thing over there, and
All
you're
my
like,
brothers
dude, light that joint up. I'm gonna light the joint up. Here you go.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're in the car. Let's go put the baby in the car and clam bake.
That's what my parents did to me and my brothers and sisters. They would clam bake the car all day.
Yeah.
Well, they had the window down, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But
But
I wouldn't do
that
that.
was all day, every day.
I don't think
The house.
there are risks. There are definitely
Just
risks.
smoking in the house all day, every day.
But
Well,
at the
I
same
know-
time, the risks are fucking minimal.
I know when I got my car, I think it was my second car. We were smoking weed, and one guy didn't smoke weed. He was sitting in the back seat, He got fucked up.
Yeah,
He got fucked up.
he's a rookie.
Yeah, I'm sure people do. I'm not
I
saying
had
done that.
a lot
Plus,
of exposure.
plus that was really good weed too.
You know.
You know.
Oh man, we went 109 minutes.
No,
All
we
right,
didn't.
folks.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Later. What do we do?
We
Like
like and subscribe.